not just America's card room. We're the world's card room. A place where everyone comes together to play the game we all love. We are all unique, all competitive, and all striving to be the best. But at the end of the day, through thick and thin, we are all in together. There are those who play the game. And then there are those who pour blood, sweat, and tears into every hand. This one's for the fighters. Progressive Knockouts at America's Card Room.
From the Lodge Poker Club in beautiful Round Rock, Texas, welcome to Poker Night at the Lodge. My name is Rick Epstein, along with my partner each and every week, Mike the Skull Reisman. We got something special tonight, Mikey.
Yeah, what's going on, Rick? A special Monday night stream, 5-5, Pot Limit Omaha, uncapped, and we have a special guest in the booth as well, our dealer Dustin in the building.
Yes, we've invited Dustin. Dustin is a great PLO player. He's going to give us some unique insight for about an hour with us. Dustin, welcome.
Thank you. And very happy to be here.
Absolutely. Dustin, PLO is a different type of game. Obviously, 4 cards, must play 2 from your hand, 3 from the board. This is high only. We've had Big O streams on here before, Omaha, but this is high only and must play 2 from your hand.
Absolutely. This is a game of the future now.
Once you see this game, folks, it's some people call it the devil's game. I don't know. It's crazy. You see the player position. Mikey, take us around the table.
Yeah, we're going to play 8 hand tonight. We got a couple people on the alternate list, but let's go through the players here. So in C2, it's going to be Salim, buying in for 1K. C3 is June. He will arrive in just a second. He played our 5-10 uncapped game this past weekend, coming in for 2K. C4 will be Zach. He's also played some of our previous Hold'em streams, coming in for 1K. Seat 5 is Carnival Sam, coming in for 1K. Seat 6, probably name of the stream so far, Pot That Shh, 1K.
I like it.
Mikey Eli from Eli Reed Personal Injury and Associates.
That's number 1.
Yeah, number 1 plug, 1.2K. If you ever get bit by a dog or in a car accident, Eli's your man to call. Seat 8 is going to be Tino. He won big on our 5-10 uncapped. And then C9 is going to be Tyler. And it looks like the first hand is going to be a $100 racehorse. So everybody just puts in $100, cards on their back, and then let's see who wins.
Yeah, this is a crazy hand to start, Dustin, just to do a little racehorse. No betting.
Yeah, the player pool definitely likes to gamble more when you get to the pot limit games.
Absolutely. So it looks like we
looks like a set of jacks. Set of jacks holding right here. Maybe a flush. Yep, Celine found a flush with king deuce.
All right. So Celine will start off the hand with about 700 more than he started with, as he's going to get the $100 racehorse, and we're ready to go. Nick is in the box, one of our great dealers here. He came from the Boston area, and we'll do that racehorse, Mike, I think every 3 orbits, I believe.
Yeah, I think that's what we agreed upon. These players want to do it. They don't want to do it usually we do it on the dealer change, but for the streams, we like having the same dealer. So I think they've voted on every 3 orbits.
I guess that was June who had the he wasn't even there, and he got his cards. How many times have you won a pot when you haven't even been sitting down?
That's pretty rare. The run, you know it's going to be a good night when that happens.
Won a pot from the bathroom.
So far we have we got 50 people in the chat. I know we don't usually stream on Monday.
Yeah.
So this is a special stream. We might be catching a few people off guard. I know there's some other streams going on around the internet as well. But do us a favor, all 50 of you in the YouTube chat, please hit that thumbs up button for us. Get those likes in early. We're going to need all your assistance to reach some new viewers tonight.
Sam under the gun finding a premium here with the ace, king, jack, single suit to the ace.
What do you
Just
like
limp.
to see in a starter? What's a good starter for you, Dustin?
Well, you want 4 cards to work together, at least 3. He's got 3 working together. The ace 4 kind of works together too because you can make a wheel.
Or
And
a flush?
Definitely,
Nut flush?
definitely nut flushes. You want big hands. Definitely depends on the stack size though too. This is a deeper stack game, 200 big blinds. So you want hands that are going to play very well in a multi-way or very big pot.
From a dealer's perspective, this is a little tougher to deal because, when somebody says pot, you've got to figure out a lot of math in your head. And, the easy way I always figure it is 3 times the last bet and then all the trail. And that's how you figure out, at least that's how I do it. How do you do it, Dustin?
Yeah, there's a couple special ways.
Here's
We'll
all
see
spade
what
draw.
comes up.
And pot that flopped a flush, so did Tino.
Yeah, flush over flush happens very often in this game. Checks all the way through.
3 of hearts, meaningless. Right now, it's
Pot
going to be
that shit.
Tino's 90% to win this hand.
Takes a stab.
55 is the bet. Tino, of course, is going to call. Salim.
What do you think about Tino's flat there?
He's pretty confident he's got the best hand here, but he could be up against nut flush or wants to see a safe river.
Don't want to put in a small little feeler raise there, just to kind of
Maybe keep bluffs in the range and let pot that continue with a smaller flush.
Salim's 2 pair didn't improve, so Tino's going to win with his king high flush as long as he stays in. He makes the $100 bet. Salim's going bye-bye. And it's back to pot that
little milky.
I don't think he's going to call here.
Just 100 though. Pot at 350. You don't love it, but I mean, come on, pot. Such a milky bet there, but he gets away.
He's an experienced. He knows somebody's got a higher flush than
let's
him.
test a couple new buttons that I have
All
here.
right.
Here we go. So let's.
Come on, don't bullshitter.
Ooh.
Oh, I like that
Ooh,
one.
a little Denzel.
So you see the cumulative winnings. Tino is up. This doesn't really include the $700 that June won on the racehorse. So June's up a little money for sure, and Nick will deal the next card. A lot happening here at the lodge tonight. We got a Big O tournament going on, and we've got 4 or 5 cash games here on a Monday night. 60 in the chat tonight.
Just getting started here. Everybody hit that like button. As we've mentioned, we need the assistance tonight. Subscribe if you are new. But I'd like to think we have some 60 loyal viewers here in the chat tonight so far.
Got the $10 Strato live.
Eli will fold. Over to Tino, who won $4,700 on Saturday night. He had a good night, Mikey, on the stream.
Nice little sandwich, as you like to call it there,
Yes.
Rick.
What's that, the hand?
No.
Tino's hand?
No,
Yeah.
no. This
He won $4,700 in a live
you
stream
can
on
think
Saturday
about
night.
all these sandwiches and how big of a sandwich you could buy with $4,500.
Oh, okay.
You get all the extra pickles, the onions, all the mayo that they have in the entire building, all in that one sandwich for $4,500.
I thought that's what you're calling Tino's 3 rundown here.
No,
With
no.
1 suit.
Is that a new term that they say in the,
No,
the
but it's-
PLO streets? A nice little sandwich there?
No, but I was thinking about the hands, starting hands, and that's about, thinking about like maybe tier 3 of starting hands that you want to play.
Like to have the,
King,
yeah.
Jack, Deuce.
Pretty
2
decent
spades,
flop for him.
2 pair for Tino.
Top 2, nobody holds the spades.
Over to June. He's going to take a little stab at it.
June with middle pair.
I'll make it 150.
Backdoor wheel wrap.
Here comes Tino. Heads up. June versus Tino. See Tino's 76% to win. There's a 3. So now you got a wheel draw for June.
And Jackson threes.
Which is only trouble for him here.
June continues his story. So many times, Dustin, folks can flop sets pretty easy in this game.
Yeah, and a lot of people make the mistake thinking that they have the top 2, so they have the blockers, quote unquote.
Yeah.
It's not really the blockers because it doesn't completely block it. I've seen top set versus top 2 often, or
Yeah.
things like that in PL all the time. So
Much different game than Hold'em.
just make sure when you're thinking of blockers, it's not really blockers, it's just deterrence.
Ooh, there's the
Ooh,
wheel.
hello.
That back door,
wheel.
you have to pay attention to back doors in PLO. Very important, very powerful, and very profitable when you actually get there, as you
And the
can see
wheel.
here.
The wheel is the nuts, and he's been betting the entire way here. So this is a little bit disguised wheel here. checked around. I believe action is on June, and let's see what type of sizing he comes with here after binking that river.
He's going to go with it. And
Quick
call.
call.
Snap called.
Here we go.
That's
So,
how powerful they are. When you actually
Very-
get there, you can get paid off all
Very-
day.
Did he go all? He went all in.
he got snapped off by
That was a quick call with
snap call.
Willy Wonka. Willy
Pay
Wonka.
him. Pay that man his money.
So Tino and June hits the. It wasn't quite the nuts, but it was close to it. The second nuts with his
Effectively
wheel.
close enough how the action went. That's effective
Yes.
nuts.
Yeah. So a big hand
Woo.
already for June, who
We're off to a hot start here. June getting paid off, wins the racehorse, so you know your night's going to be good running that racehorse. And then boom, quick double up.
Yeah, let me tell you, we're going to have our Wednesday night stream. The folks from NetGen Poker are going to be down. The boys from Dallas area are on Wednesday night. Then Saturday night, folks, Mariano is coming to town. Mariano Poker, 52,000 in his subscriber base on YouTube. He'll be here Saturday night. And we just heard, we've locked it up, folks. Johnny Vibes will be in the house April the 24th. He will be following Rude Poker on April 10th and 14th, and then Rampage Poker on May 12th and 16th. It is going to be Vlogger Central here over the next 40 days, Mikey.
Yeah, I'm gonna need that in my email too, Rick. I need to keep track of that as well, as I am filling games left and right. People are starting to make the mistake to call me day of and say, Mikey, do you have a seat in this game? Absolutely not with this schedule that we have here. We are jam-packed, but if you want to get in on a future games, you see my email at the bottom of the screen, skullmikepoker@gmail.com. That's the best way to reach me, or on my Instagram, skullmikepoker, and I will try and squeeze you in.
I really love the bet sizing of June did on that river. Tino was just check calling, letting the bluffs run, and that's what you got to do when you get there. Maximize.
Back over to Zach with a good little starter, pocket queens with a dry ace. And when we see dry ace, we just mean an ace all alone by itself, no helper for the flush. Here comes everybody coming along.
Little birdie told me we already have a quick casualty,
A little knockout.
so we might have to go into the alternate list here down the road. You know what that means? Big hands are brewing.
Ace, deuce, nine, two hearts. And we've got a lot of hearts out there in Tino's hand. Little wheel draw for Tyler. And a set of nines for Potach. Should we say
see.
it that loud?
Just
100 is the bet.
Potach.
Looks like we've got three players. A set versus a wheel draw and a pair of queens, really. Ace, queen kicker. That's going to be a tough. Zach is going to have a hard time coming along with that one. There's the wheel. Tyler, another wheel, Dustin.
Wheels get there. But also hearts. I mean, it's a tainted wheel. Luckily, the hearts folded.
Yeah, the hearts did fold. That was Tino, had all the hearts.
And Tyler's not scared of any hearts here. He's
that's
still
a-
going to bet his wheel.
Yeah, it's a tough value bet there, though. He's not really getting paid off very often by worse.
Hey, Sissy, how are you tonight? Thanks for coming along. 81 in the stream. The blinds for Mariano and Johnny Vibes will be 5-5 uncapped, folks.
No, it'll be
5-10.
5-10, buddy.
5-10 uncapped.
We're playing 5-10.
All right, 5-10 uncapped. Those guys are major players. You know Johnny Vibes. You know Mariano. They do quality work. Mariano put out a vlog today, Mikey. He had the launch featured at I think 1 minute 20 mark.
Yeah, rightfully so. He's coming here this weekend. He's got to let the people know that the big games are going to be happening here under the lights.
Under the lights.
Table 11. Lodge Poker Club, exit 251 off I-35. A special Monday night stream. PLO. We've already had about a 4K pot already, and we are just getting started here tonight.
Our friend Dustin, the dealer, in the house, helping us out with a little expert analysis. And, hey, merchandise will be here tomorrow, Wednesday. Wednesday, merchandise will be in the house. So get your money ready to be the first on your block to have.
Queens again. This is my favorite pair in this game. especially when there's a lot of pre-flop action, a lot of card removal, a lot of aces and kings are out. So when you flop top set, or actually when you flop set, it's probably going to be a top set.
Yeah.
Your queens are usually really live, but kings.
150 is the raise.
Oh, here we go. Queens versus kings.
Aces.
It's like 110.
Aces are not nearly 110 was the bet. Aces are not nearly as powerful in this game as in Hold'em.
Well, pairs actually, in general, people think pairs are very strong, but it's actually hurting your hand a lot because you're just going for boats, which are at the top of the range.
Right.
So they're very strong in that sense, like flopping top sets and things like that. But
like June just did.
yes, but when you get top set and you get action, you're usually up against somebody that has equal equity in some form of a wrap and a flush draw or combo draw.
Wrap meaning 3 cards help you make a straight. Any one of those 3
basically
cards
anything, any straight draw that's bigger than a open ender.
Yep.
So
Sometimes you can have triple gutters.
Tino
and
with
that's
a mystery hand
effectively
here.
a wrap, but
June, I'm loving his hand. Top set here with his kings. There's a
versus
6.
a mystery hand. He could have a queen, jack, 9,
6 isn't the best card for June because he has one in
jack,
his hand.
9, ace, king. Well, king's kind of dead.
Huge bet from June. He's just on fire right now.
And these two are battling once again. This is round 2. June already won a massive pot off of Tino just moments ago. And here we go with a big bet on the turn, 1.3. And what does Tino do?
Don't know what he has. I would say he probably has a wrap.
I think it's more of a pair and a
his
wrap.
cards. I
More of
don't
the
know what
Broadway
they-
wrap.
He's got a lot more than 578 behind. He just rebought. So he's probably got a couple thousand there. He's got a stack of blacks, and he's going to fold. So he's probably got $3,000 there. We'll fix that graphic. And June is going to win another big pot. Mikey, you've had a tough day. Go grab a drink, Mikey. This is tough to put together a game like this with the traffic jam on I-35. You were worried about players showing up. It's
Crazy.
tough.
It's been madness. here
Take a
today.
breath, a
Been
big
madness.
breath. We're going to have a little straddle here. We're playing 8-handed, folks. Seat 1 is the invisible man. We don't have a seat 1 because we're playing 8-handed. And we're on to the next. Rick Epstein along with Mike the Skull Reisman and our special guest, at least for the first hour, Dustin. Dustin the dealer.
Who knows if there's more than 2, 3, 4 casualties, we might see Dustin in this game in the second or third hour tonight.
Let me get at him.
You want
licking his chops.
I love those racehorses.
Salim.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Pretty weak holding. These small pairs are very dangerous too.
June folds.
Anything sub 9s are really risky because when you flop a set, it's rarely ever going to be top set, and you have to hold up against every other draw.
Here's a raise from Tino. He's taking it on the chin so far. We're going to have to get him to put his cards over the reader a little bit better, but we'll figure out a way.
Really like Tyler's hand here. If his stack size was a bit smaller, you could go for a squeeze.
7-9 ace rainbow. And we've got an open-ended straight draw for Potach. And, not much else for anybody else. Checked around. Yeah. Checked around, unusual. There's the straight.
Potach gets there.
He gets there with his straight.
But
It is
Tyler's not
the
too
nut.
far behind. Actually, Tyler
Tyler has
turned
a better
the
straight.
bigger one, yeah, and the wrap. He's way ahead.
88% for Tyler. He's going to take out chips and make it a buck and a squirt. Actually, maybe 150.
In this spot, he could really get away with a smaller bet, try and induce somebody raise or even check raise. He is really far ahead.
But Potach probably is not going anywhere. He's got the straight, but
He's got the hard backups there, Tyler, too. He's got a stranglehold on this hand, but with a great fold there.
good fold.
This is a spot where you want to get it in and run it multiple times as you can. Take advantage of that free roll if you have it.
Eli will fold. He's a lawyer here in town, as he would want us to mention. Read his T-shirt if you have any interest in that type of law. Rick Epstein here along with Mike the Skull Reisman. 88 in the chat on a special Monday night edition. We're going to try it out. We're going to do some different things on a Monday night. Our normal nights are Wednesday and Saturday.
We're also going to have a ladies' night next Monday.
Ladies!
So our second ladies game. So we're going to try to do 2 streams a month on Monday, special Monday streams.
Yes, we will have the hats, Bill Weber. I'm supposed to get a prototype tomorrow.
I'm going to have to model that. We don't want Rick walking around the club. He's not the most handsome.
Oh my God! I'm the silver fox of the lodge.
I will take control of the modeling for the merch.
Salim, don't know what he has. He's going to fold it though. Over to June. A lot of middle and pairs with not much going on there. That's not a very good starter, Dustin.
No, it's playable though. I mean, this game has not been very aggressive pre-flop, but he is out of position.
That comes along with nut flush draw and pair of 7s.
Problem with that 9-8-7 is when you flop a wrap, you usually at the dummy end of it.
Yeah. Queen Jack 4, 2 spades, and you got pot that with a spade draw. He's nut spade because Tyler has the dry ace there.
He actually flopped the wrap with it too, because he's got the king 10-9.
Yep. Great hand for pot that, and he makes the bet. I'm going to just call him PTS. It's easier to say. And there's a straight for him with the 9-10.
Oh, dummy end, because Sam just made Broadway.
Yep.
Wow.
55 is the bet from PTS.
That's why you have to really be careful about the quality of your wrap in this game. Starting hands, when the gap is at the top, you're going to flop the dummy end wrap and just be paying other people's bills too often. But you just got there, yep.
It goes from Sam back to PTS.
A little seesaw on a snap
Sam makes
call.
a blocking bet.
There's the flush. PTS is going to take it down.
Yeah, he could have took a second and thought about it and looked for some value there. It's very clear it was a blocking bet from Sam.
Only losing to that nut spade, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and you're only losing to a raise, really, if it's not a bluff.
Right,
I mean,
right.
you can always raise and fold.
I agree there. But maybe missed out on an extra 150, 200 perhaps.
DM ... Bruno is in the house. Cheers, Mike, Rick, and Dustin. Dustin getting his first shout out. Lindell Lennon says, Dustin, I would like your autograph. Do you know Lindell?
What's up, Lenny?
All right. You're getting a lot of shout outs. Be careful, Dustin. You could get used to this, huh?
Oh, could be our resident PLO.
Lenny, you get my autograph after I get yours.
Wow.
So we got
even a little bit of a charmer, perhaps.
Over to Zach.
Just giving you a little help there, Dustin.
Hey, Nakia and Cheryl.
There we go. Some aces for Sam.
Bullets alert.
Versus kings.
Makes it 50.
Really, in Pot Limit Omaha, pre-flop edges are so small, and pressing them is not the most profitable way to play, especially in a deeper stack game.
Uh-oh. Here comes the raise from Tyler with ace-jack suited and 10-9. He's got a lot of high cards in his hand, but he makes it.
Yeah, very premium hand.
75. Sam with the bullets again. Aces in Omaha. Pot Limit Omaha, not nearly as
he's
powerful.
Getting in here with that stack size for sure. Anytime you can get your stack in pre with aces, generally you're not far behind, but you're almost always ahead. Not the most premium aces is Jack 6 is a suited single suit, and not much straight possibility, just the ace jack for the Broadway.
Sam, who's been on our stream before, is going to get called by Tyler, and it looks like we can go heads up. Sam's sharing his cards with another player to show what he has. And don't see the graphics. Don't know if a third person called. I think it's just heads up. No, Zach called too.
No, yeah, it's three-way.
So we got aces and kings. What was Tyler holding?
He was holding
Tyler had
ace
ace-jack
10.
Yeah. So.
Which is, I mean, he can forget about his ace except for his suit because he wants to make a jack high straight.
Sam throws over his two worst cards, the Jack 6 of hearts, playing a little teaser with everybody.
Unfortunately, Zach's spades are completely covered.
And his kings.
And his Broadways are covered.
Ugh.
He basically needs to hit a set or some trip eights. Eights are very live.
I guess he could hit some type of, I don't know, straight is going to, he's got the only kings out there, so straight with needing a king, he's good, right? So we'll see what Nick gives the flop.
And they're running twice, looks like.
Yeah, 2's the maximum. We're not going to allow them running it 3 times there. We'll run
Pretty
it twice.
good flop for Tyler.
Tyler, 2 spades. Deuce of diamonds.
Queen
and
would be pure here.
Ooh, there's the
Ooh,
spades.
it gets there.
Tyler wins the first one.
Aces cracked. Kings cracked.
Tyler wins
A lot
the
of
first
spades
one.
gone, so
3, 5, 9 clubs.
it's a good 9 for you, Tyler.
6. And a queen. So,
Aces will hold
Aces
on
hold,
that
it looks
one.
like.
wow. Sam is going to win with his pocket aces on the bottom. So, Tyler and Sam will chop up Zach's money. And here's a dealer's favorite thing to do is splitting pots.
Also, you got double the amount of cards to look at.
Oh,
Just
it's
want to
not that
make
tough.
sure. Oh, Dustin with a little needle, little dealer needle from the booth.
Oh, it's just all the colors. Put all the colors together, and then
There you go.
half and half.
Okay. What happens if you're colorblind? Then you probably shouldn't be dealing or playing poker, right? Threw you off on that one a little bit. 102 in the chat. Do us a favor, guys. Special Monday night stream. We need all y'all to hit the like button immediately so we can reach more viewers on the second and third period. We're going to be going till 11 o'clock Central Standard Time, like every other stream, but we need the assistance tonight on our first ever Pot Limit Omaha stream.
There's so much happening here. This is going to be the place to be over the next 40 days for sure. Just Wednesday night, 48 hours from now, Next Gen will be in the house. Mariano is coming in on Saturday, so that's this week. Then the following week, Rude Poker in on Saturday night and the following Wednesday. Then Johnny Vibes hits the town on the 24th of April. And then in May, Rampage Poker comes in for 2 streams, May 12th and 16th. Guys, I don't know what to tell you. Those are 5 great vlogger channels, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Still in negotiations with ACR with a series with their 10 poker pros, and that's going to come down the pike as soon as COVID hits. Just want to recognize our title sponsor, America's Card Room. They've been with us for so long, and if you play online, give them a chance at your action. If you play live, come to the Lodge, exit 251 here in Round Rock. Our second sponsor is going to be here. Also, Chip Leader Coaching, we'll tell you about that in a minute. 5'10", we got the straddle on from Zach.
1K rebuy from Sam. Straddle on.
Did we miss something? Did Sam not split that pot?
No, Sam.
I thought I must have misread it. I'm sorry. I thought Sam split that with Tyler with his aces. Guess I might have missed it.
I thought that as well. So
Yeah, I did too. Maybe the graphics were wrong.
Could be.
not quite sure there. Maybe I think Zach was pointing out to that 10 on that first board, so he might have. He had queen, or king.
King, queen 8.
Could have been a straight there. I don't
Might
know.
have been, yeah, might have been with the straight.
With the 10, yeah. 200 is the bet. Zach raises it up with ace, king, jack 8. 2 clubs.
Hefty raise there from Zach. Raises it up to 200. Aggressive line there.
Big Alex D'Amico is watching from an airport in Atlanta.
One of
I mean,
the
Zach's got the decent hand to squeeze here. You want to thin out the field. You got a lot of blockers to a lot of other premium starters.
What do you think about Sam calling there a little bit? He's got big slick, but not much else really. Kind of a light call there, you'd say, with Sam.
Oh, yeah. Sam is definitely steaming.
Queen
Flop
6
spot him
deuce.
too. Very vulnerable.
Yeah, deuce
and
6.
he's covered by queen deuce here by Eli.
Eli, 74%.
Such a dry board. Eli's going to think he has the best hand and know for sure.
Quick
Yep.
rip there from Eli. So Sam already
Quickly gets it in.
unlucky on the one hand prior, and now we're getting it all in here on the flop. 2 pair versus 2 pair. Bad news.
The only
Sam.
good 2 pair in PLO is 3 pair.
Yeah. Sam looking for a king or a 6 or an ace. Ooh, that looked close to a 6. It's a 7, though.
Eli
There's
with
backdoor
spades, too.
So 4 on the
Queen
river.
6 holds.
Queen 6 will hold. Eli will contribute to his law practice, and Sam is going to have to rebuy some more.
Very aggressive. A new die.
Oh, that's what they're saying. They did once for the main, twice for the side.
All right. Alex, thanks. Even from Atlantis Airport, Alex is playing the floor tonight. He said that they were doing once for the main and twice for the side. Okay.
Yeah, Sam had the smallest stack of the 3.
There you go. Thanks, Alex. Are you wearing your Tebow jersey? That's what I want to know. And there's the tip chips. So chip denominations, red chips are $5, green chips are $25, black chips are $100. The tip chips are either going to be in the form of silver or gold. Gold are $2, silver are $1. And if somebody throws a Halloween-colored pumpkin out there, black and orange, that's a $5 tip chips. That's how the dealers get paid. If you go all in, your tip chips do not count in what you are putting in the middle of the pot.
Here comes that gamble. We got a live 40 going.
40 straddle, double straddle, triple straddle by Eli and Reed, attorneys at law, Esquire. He said every time we mention that, Mikey, we get $15.
That's what I thought.
I'm
That's
just
what I
kidding.
thought.
I'm not sure if that's an 80 or
No.
and 160. It looks like nobody looked yet.
I will send that invoice over to Eli personally.
This might be a 160 straddle.
160. June will fold, as does Salim. Over
Looks
to
like
Zach.
Sam's looking to get some money in.
Zach with his jacks. He's going to fold. Sam, of course, going all in. He's only got a few shekels left.
Oh, and
Pot that PTS has ace. Trip aces is a horrible hand in this game.
yeah, but in this spot, it's a perfect spot to ISO and probably just get all that dead money there. He might not have a big enough stack. If somebody has a premium, he's going to get called by Tino. Double suited kings for sure. And double suited kings is actually ahead here.
Yeah, because the aces are gone.
Yep, aces are gone, no suits to it, and only one straight draw.
Yeah.
Tino's got a straight draw and 2 flush draws, as well as very live set draws.
So we'll go.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Everybody's all in.
So we'll go the flop 10-8-3 rainbow.
2 pair for Sam there.
Sam not showing his best 2 cards there.
2 backdoor flush draws for Tino.
There's the 8. There's the
one
boat.
coming in.
A boat for Sam.
Oh.
Yep.
Sam gets
Boat
2 boats.
Holds.
He'll use the 8s over 10s to take the
Side
main
pot,
pot.
aces hold.
Side pot, it's hard to believe that the trip aces will hold there. 2 pair, aces and 8s for the side. And Sam's going to get
Little scooper on the main.
the main. 114 in the live chat.
And Alex is wearing his Brady jersey. I mean, do some
Are
laundry,
you
sir.
surprised?
Do some laundry for once. Take a look at our winnings. June up 1.4. Eli up 1.1. Zach throwing the party 1.2.
I actually think June's up 2.1 because I don't even think we counted the racehorse, but we'll say 1.4.
Yeah, that's true. The racehorse winnings counts as well. Yeah.
It's hard to count those in our graphics.
That was the first hand. He wasn't even at the table
He
yet.
wasn't even there, Mikey.
Might have confused our producer, Mr. Dave.
The lodge, it was a parking lot on I-35. Big accident, just a couple exits north of here that caused basically I-35 to be a parking lot. Rick Epstein along with Mike the Skull Reisman, Dustin the dealer, who's helped us out learn a little bit more about this great game known as Pot Limit Omaha. We'll go on to the next hand. It's interesting. PLO is happening right here, and the tournament tonight is Big O, which is a 5-card version of Omaha, but high-low, and that's a whole different game when you get that 5th card, Dustin.
Yeah. 5th card and the split pot. Split pot changes the game completely.
Yep.
Strategy is completely different for
Did
split pot
somebody say
games.
split pot?
Yeah, split pot, just like bomb pots.
That's our chop pot, split pot sound effect there. Those are terrible. Nobody likes a chop pot.
Yeah.
Well, if you know how to play them correctly, they can be very profitable. Get another person thinking they putting all their stack in, thinking they get at least some of it back, and
Perhaps, yeah, if you're
get a lot less.
Yeah, that's true.
Tyler raises it to 35. One of the most money I ever lost was having nut high in a Big O cash game at Choctaw. 4 players had the nut high. I basically got 1/8 of my money back.
Yep.
For every dollar I put in, I got 12 cents back. Not a profitable play. Usually nut high is okay to bet. Nut low is not, but I don't know. Here comes the flop. Ace, 9, 10, 2 hearts.
Middle set for Eli.
And heart draw for Sam.
No straight draws out there, really, except for maybe pot that.
Yeah. Don't know what he has. Sometimes
He is leading, or no, calling 50.
over to Eli. Eli with a set of 10, Seti Maggette, and a bottom straight draw, open-ended straight draw. He's going to raise it up. 410, just under the magic number 420 that we like, Mikey.
Yes, Rick. Don't tempt me.
410.
If you got it, light it up. And Eli has it here, and he's raising it up. Big bet to 410.
Sam's in the mode that a flush draw is good enough for me. He does have a pair, but it's dead.
Sam putting the chips in like he's double parked out there.
He is on his second or third bullet.
Willing to
Ready to get it back.
Here we go. Mano y mano heads up for it all. And Sam in bad shape here. Could be felt it early one more time.
You see the odds there.
Well, that's
84%.
not updated yet.
Yeah,
It's
it's actually better.
Out, yeah.
It's showing it. Let's see.
There's a 9, and it's all over.
That's locked up. Let's see if they run it multiple times. First board locked up for Eli, and that looks to be
That's it.
Run it one time.
And that might be it for Sam. Sam took his stab in seat 5, and he's going to be leaving the game. And Eli's going to take another big pot and bring it to his way. Give the dealer
Sam,
a nice tip.
We barely knew you, Sam.
Yeah. This game is brutal sometimes, Dustin, with how much money gets in there so quickly.
Yes, yes.
It's, when somebody says pot and then repot, all your chips could be in play.
Yeah, a 1-2 pot limit game plays like a 5-5 no limit game.
Oh, yeah.
Is playing like a 5-10 or a 10-20. More like a 5-10 today.
147 in the chat. It's starting to build. Thank you. We're about 40 minutes in.
You call yourself a PLO professional. How realistic is it to have, 5-6 consecutive winning sessions in this game with the variance being so high? How often can a good player win in this game consistently?
Really, with any form of poker, it's all about game selection. If you're choosing the right lineup, you could put 39 winning sessions in a row, and that should be normal. Because in pot limit, if the edges are similar, it's a very high variance game, and it's much more rare that you go back-to-back wins.
39 winning sessions?
If you're up against people that have no idea what they're doing, how are you going to lose?
Ricky, you must be playing with Rick at the table, and he must have 39 losing sessions.
Actually, I grew up on Big O, which is, like I said, it's a 5-card variety of this game. A lot different because it's high-low, but that's the game I grew up on, Mikey. 20 is the bet. Not at this stakes. I'm going to tell you, this is a little higher than I would ever play.
Some people like to manufacture winning sessions, too, just long session hours, play 24 to 36 hours. As long as I don't post a loss, I'm fine.
How many hours?
Heads up.
That's a lot of hours.
That's a lot of hours, yeah.
9 of spades.
A lot of straights show up on board, so straights are very profitable in this game as well. Very important. Straight draws and understanding the equity, how they run up against other hands.
There's a spade flush for pot that shh, and he's going to make a little bet. Little tiny little bet into a $60 pot. Makes it 50. Eli with Squadouche, he's got a 9.
9s and 6s.
9 and 6s. He can't make this call. 2-pair in this game.
I made a pretty good 2-pair call down. Special case, but
you might just want to see what pot
It's all
bets
about-
he's playing. It's only $50. He's been running hot. He might pay him off here. He probably would have folded already if he was going to fold, I think. Little blender situation here.
Blender for $50?
He's going to call. He
He's
doesn't
gonna
want
call.
to make a bad fold on the stream for sure.
There's the flush. PTS says, thank you very much for the 50. I'll go buy some Whataburger after the game with your 50, and we'll go on to the next hand. Little tip for Nick. Nick coming to us, one of our dealers who was up in the Boston area. I think we got 11 dealers and supervisors from the Boston area. And it's interesting because Rampage Poker, who's coming next month, is from the Boston area. So it's going to be Old Home Week. A lot of these dealers dealt to Rampage, otherwise known as Ethan. That's his real name, but he goes by Rampage Poker. He puts out a quality vlog. So does Vibes, and so does all these guys. It takes a lot to put out a vlog. A lot of
When's
time
your
and
vlog
effort.
coming, Rick?
Oh, that would be a fun vlog.
Yeah. Get it
I
out.
don't have the
Get it out
editing
there
skills.
in the open. We can find somebody for you.
That would be fun. Salim, who has been a little quiet, he was begging to be in this game, Mikey. He has pocket jacks.
Was.
This hand looks nice to a lot of Hold'em players, but this is a very weak one-way hand. Basically, all you have is a pair of jacks. No flush draws. You have a single straight draw, queen jack, which in Omaha is the weakest of the weakest.
Not much to work with, what you're saying. Not
I mean,
much
if you
backup,
flop
really.
a set, you can play it well. Then you're going to make some money, but there's also some reverse implied odds if you're set over set.
It's hard to flop sets.
You got to
in
fade a lot
poker.
of stuff in PLO too when you flop that set. One of his outs is gone.
Well, here's the flop. He doesn't flop a set. 2 diamonds, ace, 8, 3.
No diamonds from what we can see, and I don't see an ace out there either. So who knows what PTS is holding right now. But so far from our graphics, Salim's still in the lead. But he cannot be too confident as it goes checking around.
A lot of varied stack sizes here. SPR is very important in this game to dictate how you're going to play each situation.
SPR, stack to
Uh-oh.
pot ratio.
Yeah, stack to pot ratio, how big your stack is to the pot. There's some spots where you can open lead with very weak holdings, hoping that you can get a bigger stack to re-ISO, and then your head's up where you can't really do that deeper because then you're really in trouble out of position.
So it looks like the bet from Salim is going to take it. He's going to win his first pot, I believe. And we got a new player in seat 5. His name is Cobbler Dog. He's a Lodge regular. Appeared on several of our streams already. He is a PLO aficionado. If I remember right, he won, finished high in a PLO World Series event a few years back. And he's got the wrong hoodie on, but other than that, he's a good man.
Yeah, wrong hoodie indeed. A buried former poker establishment in town, no longer.
Yeah.
If you're trying to play some poker, definitely the Lodge is the place to be. Always hopping, jam-packed, open 24/7. 1-3, 1-2, 2-5, 5-10, PLO, Big O, tournament, free rolls, monster cash games. Nowhere else to be in the Round Rock, Austin community than the Lodge Poker Club.
Absolutely. Every 3 orbits, we're going to do a racehorse where everybody puts $100 in. And Cobbler Dog was itching to get into this ball game, and it didn't take long. 45 minutes, and he's in. He got the tap, got the call up.
165 in the chat. Do us a favor, guys. We need
Zach's got a very
everybody,
nice hand.
everybody to hit that like button. I know we got other streams going on tonight, and we've never done a PLO stream. Not many streams on Monday, so please, please hit that like button so we can reach some new viewers and grow this audience tonight, right now, for this PLO game.
Zach with 4 cards to Broadway.
I'd say this is a tier 2. All 4 are working. You got at least 1 suit. If this is a double suit, that'd definitely be a tier 1.
Nice. Nick will give us a flop. 5 ways to the flop. 2 hearts. 7-8 queen. And there's your heart draw for Zach. 45% to win this pot right now. He's got a pair of queens and a heart draw.
I expect him to continue and try to just take down the pot or heads up with his flush draw. And
I think he said pot. 365 is the bet.
get some resistance from Tino's wrap. Though his wrap is a little weak and tainted with a flush draw out there.
Wrap, look at those 3 cards. The 9-10 jack. Any one of those cards hit, and he hits a straight.
But if it's the jack of hearts, 10 of hearts,
Yeah.
6 of hearts,
Now
He hits a straight and then reverse implied odds, paying him off.
trips for Zach. Tino's can't take
Zach's
any
got
more
to continue
pressure.
and shove.
He'll fold. Good hand played by Zach. We've seen Zach, Mikey, in our streams before.
That's the way you play those hands when you flop that flop. Just continue. Set the betting machine in motion until they tell you otherwise.
Thanks, Tony, for pressing the like button. Come on, Matt Slaughter. Come on over to the
Matt,
lodge.
you'll likely get in, Matt. I know we've already had one alternate go. I know there's another player in the room trying to get in this game. I know Dustin would like to play as well, but he's doing such a great job in the booth. We might have to lock him up in here, close the door.
That'd be no problem. I mean, there'll always be a PLO game.
So what
I'm sure they'll be playing after the stream. I'll get in.
Now,
with them
did you
afterwards.
take? We always ask our visitors here in the bunker, how did you get to the bunker? Did you take the escalator or did you take the elevator? How did you get 20? We're 26 below
26 feet below.
Table 11 right
You
now.
guys transported me here.
Transported.
Transported.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think
Or
that's-
teleported.
Did Leonard, the security guard, escorted him? I believe.
I think that's the
saw
first
him.
teleport that we've had in the bunker.
Actually, I don't remember. I woke up here.
But, yeah, it's usually what happens because we have the big screen that's just like Jerry's World, the TV, the largest TV in Texas, right here in the bunker.
We got a 3-bet from Pot that.
Yeah, we may have to tell PTS that he's not doing the card. He's doing it one at a time, and he needs to fan them out and do them all together. We may have to go out there and tell him that.
This is what I meant by SPR. He only has about 300 here. He can really get loose and get it in there. He's getting 4-way action on pot or on certain flops. He can ISO to heads up and get basically 5-1 on his money.
Jack 8-5, 2 clubs. There's a club draw for June. Don't quite know what PTS has.
Though June has the board pretty locked up.
Yep, he's got an open-ended straight draw and a flush draw.
Even though Cobbler Dog does have top and bottom, he has to fade a lot.
He's got Motown, Jackson 5s.
But his SPR is pretty low too, so it's pretty safe. Get it in.
All right, SPR.
Stack to pot ratio.
All
So
right.
he only has 300. I'm not sure what the pot was before all the betting went on, but he had about almost a pot size bet, so that'd be an SPR of 1.
All right, there you go.
But when everybody limps in, it's a $25 pot, and everybody's playing $1,000. SPR through the roof, 400 or whatever.
There's an 8 of
40.
hearts. All in from Cobbler Dog. Just sat down in Sam's seat. And Sam's seat is going to win, so what do they say?
Pretty bad card for June on the turn.
Yeah. And Cobbler Dog
One last card to get there, and he might already be dead now.
on to the next one. 50 minutes in to period number 1. We'll go about 3 hours tonight. You see the cumulative winnings, Eli and June.
Yeah, I still think June's up a little bit more than 815.
Yep.
Tino.
Tino.
Tino down 2, but most of those losses went over to June's way. But this is our first PLO stream so far on the Poker Night at the Lodge channel here. The Lodge Poker Club live stream growing at a rapid speed. We might be close to 3K viewers, subscribers coming up in about 10 days or so.
Oh, it's going to go crazy. When we get these guys coming into town,
Yeah, can only
It's-
help.
it can't hurt. I mean, we've been on a trajectory. We got that article written out about us.
The rocket
Poker
ship
News
is
Daily.
on its way. We are no longer on the ground. We have liftoff.
We're no longer the best kept secret. We are
We're out there, Rick.
out there. So
K-Dog opens to 40 with a mystery, as well as Pot that open or calls.
Tyler with the ladies.
Aces alert here. So we got ladies, we got bullets.
You get dealt pairs often in this game, and you don't want to get too excited about them until they actually turn into something.
So I'll pause on the ladies button. It's almost about to hit my ladies button.
225 from aces. Nice little double ace with the nut flush draw for June. You like to have those suited ace. And Cobbler Dog's going to come along. Don't know what he has.
It's probably at least double suited something.
couple questions on how to
Yeah.
one play Omaha. They might be new to this type of game.
Yeah, when in between hands, we'll go over some basic rules. But yes, good question. There are no bad questions here.
It's basically Hold'em. Just you have to use 2 from your hand, and you have to use 3 from the board. That's the only different concept besides the pot limit betting pattern, which if you're confused about that, just ask your dealer how much can I bet, and they'll let you know.
Yeah, but you must use 2. You cannot use just 1 in your hand like you can in Hold'em. Must use 2. So we've got 2 hearts.
That flop hit Cobbler Dog.
An all in from Salim, who
2 pair, 10s and 6s.
with a straight draw. Got a little straight draw. Not too much, though.
He's got top and bottom and a gutter.
This pot's big enough for him to take a stab. Take a stab and pray. A lot of action behind, but June's going to go out of the way.
His SPR is very low here, too, so it kind of dictates that he has to stab and pray here.
Yes.
When you flop 2 pair.
Got to get it in. No other option.
Don't quite know what PTS and Cobbler Dog have.
It's about 1,200 in the middle, and Salim had about 550.
And you just see how these pots escalate very quickly.
And that's why it's very important. Pre-flop holdings dictate that you have when you have a deeper stack, if it's going to escalate into a 4K pot, you better make sure you have some very strong holdings. Strong draws. You don't want to get stuck sticking 2K in there drawing to second when you're covered on both ends.
Yep. And I think we're waiting on Cobbler Dog to make a decision. In the blender.
In the blend, yeah, we got our blender sound effect here, making a little bit
He's
of
probably
smoothie.
just wondering.
I like that.
Just wondering if he wants the protein powder or just the straight fruit smoothie. Trying to get a read. These 2 are talking, though. We're still 3-handed, though. Usually not much to talk about when there's still action behind. Tyler still has a hand over there in seat 9.
Don't know. Cobbler Dog must have something tasty. Maybe an open-ended straight draw, some hearts. Who knows?
But this is for his entire stack, pretty much.
I think he's trying to figure out if he's completely crippled or dead here.
Still does have some black chips by his left hand, so he likely won't just be calling. Imagine he would just ship. Cobbler with a mystery hand lays it down. So now,
Wonder what he had.
Over to PTS. He's going to make the call.
quick call, snap call. That's likely going to do
Actually,
it for
goes
Tyler.
all in. And Tyler can't
come along with those queens. No, absolutely not. An easy fold there for Tyler. We're going to go heads up for it all. Let's see what these gentlemen have. Jack 8-7.
Makes a straight.
Had
chop it
hearts.
Salim does make a straight.
They both have a straight.
Yeah.
Yep, the
Oh,
same
Caught
10
that
high.
flopped it
Boo.
with the free roll to the straight flush.
Chop it up.
Chop it up.
And a free roll to the bigger straight.
So, actually, the jack is going to be a higher straight. So,
Oh, yeah, actually, yeah.
So-
He slow rolled the jack, yeah.
yeah,
Oh, Jack 8.
PTS is going to win. and
Take it down.
Salim is going to rebuy. So, yeah, in this game, folks, aces, you know, in Hold'em, you play, you want the pocket aces, right? Well, in this game, they're not nearly as powerful. The aces, pocket aces in your hand, certainly the worst hand would be to have 4 aces in your hand, Dustin. That would be death to you.
No. Pocket quad deuces is the worst. Quad aces you can actually use for blockers and bluff some flush draws and
Right.
broadways.
But quads in your hand is not good.
Quads in your hand not good. Trips not good. Even to limit pairs are bad in your hand.
What's the probability of being dealt the same card?
Quads? No idea, but I mean, it's
Very-
happened.
It's very, very slim.
It's always 50-50. It either happens or it doesn't.
Please, 50-50 my butt. Come on now, Rick.
Bullshitter.
Come on now.
I like that. 185 in the live chat on a Monday night. Hey,
Not enough likes, though. We need to help you guys.
Well,
Hit those like
respectable.
buttons.
there you see the cumulative winnings. Rick Epstein along with Mike the Skull Reisman, and we're going to be in 3 times in the bunker this week. Are you going to be here Wednesday?
Gonna have to play it by ear on Wednesday. It's gonna be very,
Okay.
very close for me. I have some other work to take care of out of state on Wednesday, so I will be flying back and hopefully back in the bunker in time for the show on Wednesday.
All right, well, we'll have the Next Gen boys in. There's 3 of them, but they're going to play two players at a time at the table, and they'll rotate because I know there's 3 of them, and I know they're probably watching tonight to see about this, but this is a little different game than they'll be playing because it'll be Hold'em 1-3 $1,000 cap on Wednesday night, then 5-10 uncapped when Mariano hits Austin, Texas on Saturday night. And it looks like 800 is Salim has behind as the chips are going to come to him.
Walk.
Looks like a walk. We haven't seen that tonight.
I really suggest anybody interested in this game start learning it now. Everybody used to say this is a game of the future. It is a game of the present now. If you go to any casino, you'll see this game spread at least once, twice, maybe 7 times a week. Start mastering it now before everybody else does. I promise you, pay dividends.
It's like Bitcoin.
Don't get Dustin started on Bitcoin. He'll tell you all about silver and Bitcoin. He is a master.
We won't go there tonight.
That's a whole other video. We'll go on to the next one. We want to thank our title sponsors, America's Card Room and Chip Leader Coaching. Chip Leader Coaching is going to be sponsored for the rest of this month, and then they'll probably come back in a few months. So they were here all month with us, and we really appreciate Chance Corneth and Alex Foxon and their great website, Chip Leader Coaching. We'll tell you a little bit more about that.
There we go.
So now we finally see PTS's hand. Eli's going to come along, as does Tino. Tyler's also going to come along, make it 50.
Tino's been struggling.
I suspect
with the
Tyler's got a
Raiders.
four-way hand, 4-card hand here, or a 3-card plus.
June will fold over to Zach. Zach with very mediocre cards.
Yeah, this could be playable on the button, though. Out of position as long as you know where you're at post-flop, which I think in Pot Limit Omaha is a lot easier than in Hold'em. Some people might disagree, but you can really figure out what people have or don't have, more importantly, and then you can bluff out their ranges.
10-10-4, and Tyler flops trips.
Yeah, he had a 3-card hand.
He makes it 100. Tyler in seat 9. He's been on streams before.
Tyler made the 400K final table. So Tyler and June, both at this table tonight, made the final table of the big 400K tournament we had.
Yeah, and I would also suggest if you want to learn this game, you know, a place like America's Card Room in a low limit PLO would be nice, or come to the lodge when we have the Big O tournament, or sometimes we run PLO tournaments where you can get in for $50. It's a great way to learn the game and just get the feel for what is good and what, you know, how the betting goes. And
yeah, our tournament, our PLO free roll is a great way to get your feet wet in this game.
Absolutely. It's
unlimited rebuys first 2 hours, and you can just keep getting it in and see how the equities run. That's the best way to actually learn this game, is to play a shorter stacked game and just kind of get it in, see how equities run, how the game runs out.
I mean, it's really a fun game because everybody likes to stay in pots. Nobody likes to fold. And in this game, you've got so many opportunities with that 4 cards.
So much more complexity, and it's just so much more stimulating, more opportunity to try new styles. This game's far, far from mastered, so there's going to be a lot of styles that are profitable.
So June, with his pocket jacks, is going to raise it on up to 50. Over to Cobbler Dog, who will fold in the small blind. To PTS with King Jack 9-8. And he's got a Badoogie. One of each suit. That's not too good in this game.
That's not too good. He's going for the straights, but notice the 2 gaps there at the top. That's what I was talking about earlier. You would prefer that gap to be the bottom, so you'd prefer like a King, Queen, Jack, or I'm sorry, King, Queen, 10-8.
Right.
That way the 2 gaps are at the bottom. That way when you flop your two cards that give you the wrap, you're drawing to the top end of the wrap.
Right.
Some big pots are played, wrap against wrap, and then it's just
blast off.
Tino makes it 230.
He's got 80 behind.
PTS will fold. Looks like he's going to put
Pretty
it
much
all
all in, yeah. I
All
think
in
he's
for about 300.
Tino and June. 993.
It's a good flop for June.
I believe PTS had a 9.
If he was ahead, he's still ahead, most likely.
What are we waiting for here?
188 in the street.
Maybe we're mistaken that there's money behind.
He might have money on the way.
June's going to fold. And Tino is going to take it down.
Looks like he did have money on the way, so he had about 200 coming behind.
If you do have a black screen, just shut down and re-enter.
We got no black screen here. Everything's running smoothly here tonight. 5-5 uncapped Pot Limit Omaha on a Monday, a special Monday stream. And there will be another special Monday stream next week for our second ladies' night. So tune in for that one. The first one was very successful, and we're going to run it back next Monday. So plenty of streams coming up. Wednesday, Saturday, Monday, Wednesday, Saturday. This is the stream for you. If you like poker, there's going to be nonstop action night after night. 8-handed tonight. We have an alternate list, a couple people waiting to get in on this game. There's been plenty of action so far, multiple all-ins. We've already lost a player. So let's see what transpires here as we hit 9 o'clock Central Standard Time, entering the second period. Rick, you got a joke tonight? Or
I do, and it's coming up in about 15 minutes. I actually got a joke from somebody who sent it to me, so I'm going to tell that one.
Oh, a non-original.
Well, you think I make these jokes up? Well, these are all stolen, Mikey.
Yeah,
I just
you've given up a source tonight, though.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell you who it is.
If this one's a hit, though, then you might have to hire them full time. There's the difference. Better give them credit. If you get a bunch of ones across the board, we're going to know you're really not the funny one. You're just all about the delivery.
June raising in position with 8s and 5s, single suit. Nobody's got a flush draw. Kings are good by Tino. Played it pretty coy, just calling. Don't imagine Tino's going away here.
Tino got a nice little starter, but the flop doesn't really do much for him.
Yeah, it's all about position, too, and it's really tough for him. He's going to have to be check calling, and June's going to be able to steal a lot of turns and rivers or get value when he needs to. Just Pot Limit Omaha is all about position, too.
I was saying it might be a little bit better. Because
he's got to go to showdown.
He's got a higher two-pair. And he's going to win.
I mean, last two big hands that those two have played, Tino has just check called, so June shut it down.
So we'll have, at the end of this hand, we'll have the joke of the night. So there's your cumulative winnings. So remember, after this hand, when I tell the joke, 1 if you like it, 2 if you don't. This is something that was passed along to me today, so going to be referring to my notes on it.
Got notes?
I got a little notes.
Wow.
You know, when somebody gives me a last-minute joke, I don't want to mess it up. I haven't been able to practice it too much.
I think this one's going to flop. I think you're going to have a flopper.
Thank you for the confidence.
The old belly flop.
You've liked like one joke that I've told. I've told 43 jokes.
I'm probably like 3 out of 40.
Oh, my God. Thank goodness more people have comedic taste than you.
Yeah, I'm just a cold-blooded killer.
You are. You go home at night, the only thing you think about is Hold'em.
I go home.
Hold'em and medical devices.
I go home at night and I piss excellence.
No, I wake up in the morning and I
go
piss
home
excellence.
at night and I see there's a difference between me and Ricky Bobby.
Here's the call from Zach with another pair in his hand. The ladies this time. There we go. There you go. Our little soundboard working. Cobbler Dog comes along, as does PTS. Ooh, for the first time in a long time, all cards are red. We won't have a mystery hand, which is good. And that's player error. It's nothing on our part. They're just not doing it right. Ace, 6, deuce, 2 diamonds. We do have a good flush draw from Zach. He is 40% to win this hand. Tyler is 40%. Zach is 37%. Tyler with 2 pair.
Tino with 2 pair.
2 pair is really tricky in this game. That's what I was saying. The only good 2 pair is 3 pair, because then you're kind of blocking sets, and especially when you have top and bottom. If you don't have top 2, then you run the risk of being over 2 paired.
Here's a jack, and now we've got a Broadway draw for Zach in addition to his flush draw.
What's up, Halo? We have Dustin in the booth here with us tonight, so we are 3 men in the bunker.
That sounds like a joke.
Three men in the bunker.
All right, speaking of jokes, here's the joke of the day. 1 if you like it, 2 if you don't. A man returns from the doctor's office and tells his wife he has an illness, terminally ill, and he has only 24 hours to live. They go to bed that evening, and he asks her for one last sex session. She agrees, and they have passionate lovemaking. After resting, he says, honey, I only have 8 more hours to live. Can we do it again? She agrees and lets him climb on top of her again. She has just finally drifted off to sleep when he wakes her up again and says, honey, please, just one more time before I die. At this point, the wife sits up in bed and says, listen, you selfish bastard, I have to get up in the morning, and you don't. There's the joke of the day that was provided to me by a very good friend of the show. 1 if you like it, 2 if you don't. Mikey, your thoughts?
It's not bad, Rick. You didn't give any. I thought you gave a little warning for that one there.
I told everybody.
Sometimes people are staying up at late at night doing a little extra activities and no warning. And you go 3 times. Everybody needs a warning on the 3rd time.
Justin says he's heard it before.
Cobbler dog with ace 8, 8, 9. Single suit. I really would like this hand a lot better if that 8 was a 10 or a 7. Some sort of straight draw with that suited ace.
Queen 4 deuce. A nut flush draw for the Cobbler dog. Joke is not getting, a couple 1s.
Bottom 2 for Tino. It's going to be hard to make good again.
At least I didn't give you this, Rick.
Over to Tino.
This looks like a pot where whoever takes initiative is going to win. Most likely Cobbler dog.
A lot of limpers coming along here.
A lot of stickiness here, actually.
Nakia
surprisingly.
loved it. Thank you, Nakia. I'm back on your good side again. At least with the jokes. The turn comes with 3 of clubs.
A wheel gets there.
Nobody with the wheel, nobody with 5, 6.
Cobbler dog looking for that spade for his nutty. There must be playing some sort of game here with in addition to what's going on. An ace of diamonds on the river, and PTS is going to win.
I think they're talking about their baccarat instead of red or black on the flop.
Well, we don't know what Eli has. He makes the bet 125, and PTS with aces and 4s. It's going to be hard for him to call this.
A little bit of a strange lead there for Eli. Might have to pay this off with my aces and 4s here. Just, if you got it, you got it.
Against the right person, you have to start paying off, but he did lead into 3 other people.
Yeah, usually that signals strength. It's hard to bluff.
It is a one-liner to a straight, too, so you should expect to get called here often enough by a straight. In some spots that he should be bluffing less often, but he still could be bluffing.
Eli shows...
Going to show a 5 at least. Key card for sure.
Yeah, and if you're watching at home, that is not a straight. I know we missed Eli's
Needs a friend
holdings
with
there.
it.
You need both cards there for the straight, the 5 or the 6.
Yeah.
You need either 6, deuce, ace, 4,
Yeah.
3.
Cannot have a one-liner. Need to have that other card connecting for that wheel or a 5, 6.
67 likes.
Need more likes,
1 hour
guys.
in.
We got 190 in the chat. The more likes, the more people we reach out to. You guys know the drill. We need the help tonight. Our first ever PLO stream on a Monday. Do us a favor, hit that thumbs up button right away. Right now. No waiting. Do it now. And hopefully we get to at least 300 in the chat tonight. That would be fantastic.
June looks to have left the table, so he will fold his cards. Over to Zach. Zach looks like he's going to call. Cobbler Dog folds.
Zach likes to open a lot of hands. He has a very good awareness post-flop of where he's at.
PTS with his queens is going to raise it on up. Actually call the Zach's bet of 40, as does Eli. Tino with King Jack 9 deuce will call. Salim goes out. So we'll go 4 to the flop. Actually, there's 5 players. Flop comes ace 4 7 rainbow. Thank you for those who liked it, and even if you didn't like it, I apologize. Really wasn't one of my jokes. I won't say who gave me that joke, but
This is a very dry board texture for this flop.
Eli is going to try to take this down with the bet.
Just a few straight draws out there. 6-5, 3 deuce, those wraps. Really, 2 pair or even top pair, any decent kicker is going to take it down if you bet it here. This is a spot where Eli wants to take it down with 1 pair of hands, not let a turn come out. Let somebody hit a free gutter.
Adrian watching from Monterrey, Mexico. He likes this game, PLO. Yeah, we're going to try it. You know, good thing about our show, Mikey, is we can do what we want. If we want to try something, I know we've tried a cage match before, and we've done ladies' night and PLO. Of course we can do Hold'em. We can do Hold'em in our sleep. But we want to try to do more with this show.
We'll try and do more with this PLO. I know there's a couple people that didn't get in on the mix tonight that wanted in on the action. So if this one goes well, and it's all going well so far, we'll do this again. But Hold'em is the bread and butter. The occasional tournament, the Art of Poker, the 3rd Saturday of every month. We'll be streaming that, get a little tournament love. But the cash games on Wednesday and Saturday have been plenty of action, and we've been getting messages from all over the country and world for people wanting to fly in to get their shot under the lights, table 11.
So
Very
Zach will come
playable.
along.
Very playable hand here by Pot.
Yeah,
It's still called a tier 3, no suits here.
but 4 in succession is a good hand, starting hand.
And notice Salim's hand here. This is where domination can really come in. If they both flop wraps with like a 7-5 or a 7-6.
Yeah. Ace 5, Jack, 2 diamonds. And don't see a diamond draw. Don't know what June has, but right now Zach in the lead. There's a Jack. And it checks around over to PTS, who has
Takes
nothing.
a stab. Has heart.
He has heart, exactly.
He's going to take it.
Zach with his ace with a 10 kicker.
Sometimes heart's all you need in this game of poker, whether it be Hold'em or PLO.
Sometimes a lot of people think there's no bluffing in this game because it's somebody always has it. It's out there, but sometimes it's about knowing nobody has it.
Yep, or you can play the whole blocker game as well. You could be blocking the nuts and might not actually have the nuts yourself, but you know that your opponent cannot have the nuts. So if you showed the aggression, more likely than not, you'll get it through.
Notice what position he stole that pot from, too. In position. Everybody checks. He gets all that free information. Easy.
Easy money, baby.
Thank you, Bill,
Pay
for hitting
him.
the life.
Pay that man his money.
Daniel, I think a relative of yours, just said you're doing a great job, Dustin.
Thank you. Thank you.
Looks like we got a double straddle here, $30. Eli's going to come along. See, it's actually $40. Tino folds over to Tyler, who's going to come along. Back to Salim with ace jack 8-5. June,
I like June's hand here. Though I wouldn't bloat the pot, though.
he is.
Yep. But not the worst hand to bloat the pot here. He is blocking aces in case somebody's trying to get it in. Double suited to the queen.
He's going to make it 270 over to Cobbler Dog.
His hand could be a lot worse if the ace-queen was suited. because then his second flush draw is weaker, and he's holding the queen high flush, get paid off less often. But I like this hand for a squeeze. I like suited ace 9, 6, 7s here.
Seems to be doing a good job as we are now only, let's see if Salim comes along. He
Get it
will.
heads up, narrow Tyler's range a little bit.
Thought we might have been heads up, but it looks like we're going to go
Yeah, it's going to be three-way.
Salim doesn't have too much behind. He's probably got one more bet behind.
Also, card removal in this game. You notice how it was about 6 ways. A lot of people wanted to play a flop, and then he squeezed here, so his lower cards could be more live.
6-9 jack. Straight draw for Salim with
Definitely
a
Salim's
jack.
flop.
Over to check all around. Tyler checks. Nick will give us a turn. There's the 4 of diamonds.
June picks up a straight draw, but that 7's no good for him.
Yeah, 7.
Unless he bets out that 85.
He's going to make a big bet.
Yeah. He's probably going to take it here.
Tyler will fold. Over to Salim, which would put them all in here.
I don't know if Salim's going to get away with this, stack the pot ratio, but look, once the card's already up, looks like he might. Who knows? Salim's one to fool you sometimes. Wants
Depends
a
if
count.
he's got another bullet.
I don't know if he does. We'll see. Looks to be in the folding formation there, but we're talking about SBR here, and he does have top pair. Doesn't love it, obviously. Has a little backup.
It is a turn, though, too, so SPR is a little bit, taking account a little bit different.
This would be for all his chips. He's looking at June.
Trying to get a read. June giving him nothing.
Salim will launch regular. In the blender.
We are officially in the
So
blender.
If this would have happened on the flop,
makes the
Salim
call.
probably would have called a lot quicker, knowing that he has 2 cards to draw, too.
Agreed. But makes a call, and he's ahead.
Yeah, quite
June
a
asking, let's see if they want to run it twice. Zach, the official agent for the Run It Twice committee, says 2 times.
There's a
5. Salim locks that one up. 1 board for Salim. June needs help on the second board.
deuce.
He
Gets there.
gets there.
Gets
Chop
there.
straight. Chop it up.
Chop it up.
I think Salim's just happy with that at this point.
Salim was in good position there. For
But
his
he didn't
scoop.
know. When he made the call, he had to think he was behind.
June's probably pretty happy after the resolve of getting called, but
Yes.
he did play the hand very well, put all the pressure on his opponent.
Chop it up. We got 210 in the chat, guys. We stream every Wednesday and Saturday with the occasional Monday stream like tonight. Do us a favor, if you are new to the channel, first off, welcome. We appreciate
Yes.
you. We do this for you guys. That's why Dustin, myself, and Slick Rick are here for you guys in the booth, a.k.a. the bunker. But do us a favor, subscribe to the channel and like this video immediately so we can reach more people in the third period of our show. We're only about halfway home tonight, so we still have plenty of show to do, but we want to try and reach 300 in the chat, so we need some more likes. So please help us out.
Yeah, it's been fun. Dustin's a dealer. You'll find him dealing a lot here and playing. He likes to play. And
Has a great mind for PLO, so we
Yeah.
appreciate him in the booth tonight,
Thank you.
giving us a little free lesson. I consider myself a Hold'em specialist. I will occasionally play this game if I deem the player pool to be favorable or if I want a little extra action in my life. But Dustin prefers this game on a regular basis, so that's why we wanted to invite him down 26 feet below into the bunker. He said he teleported in tonight.
it's a straddle by PTS of 20. Eli will come along. Over to Tyler. In seat 9 will come along. Salim folds. Back to June.
Tyler's
In the
got a
small
decent
blind.
hand. Maybe that 3 changed something else.
Pocket kings. One of the kings dead in Zach's hand and just folds. The cobbler dog.
Cobbler Dog's got a hand that could flop what's called the main to Spain wrap, which is the biggest wrap possible. So if he hits a 9-10 board, I think it's 16 card wrap. Let's see.
The Maine to Spain wrap. I
Actually,
like
20,
that.
I'm sorry, 20 card wrap. 20 card wrap.
Maine to Spain.
Yep. So if the
Gotta
9
go-
to 10 comes,
Gotta go
he's
deep in
got-
your poker dictionary for Maine to Spain, but it's in there.
it's in there for sure.
It's
yeah.
in there.
It's definitely called the Main Spain.
Maine to Spain. I think that's where Rick went on his honeymoon.
7-9 deuce.
He almost
2 clubs.
flopped it. If that 7 was a 10 instead.
Nut flush draw for Tyler. And there's going to be a bet from Tyler. I want to say it's 250 over to Cobbler Dog, who doesn't have anything but a 7. He'll fold, as does Eli, and Tyler's going to win himself a pot.
We are located in Round Rock, Texas, just 15 minutes north of Austin at the Lodge Poker Club. Streaming every Wednesday, Saturday, and the occasional Monday like tonight.
Yeah. Go for about 3 hours from 8 Central to about 11 Central. Sometimes we go a little longer, depending on what's going on. Probably not tonight. Tonight will be a 3-hour stream because we got to gear up for some big things happening this week, Mikey. You got to get your beauty rest for Wednesday and Saturday.
I have an early flight mañana.
Yo, yes, you have to get going.
Got some heart surgery to take care of, Ricky.
Yeah, Mikey's saving the world.
One day at a time, or crushing them at the poker table.
Yeah, you had no heart at the poker table, but you like to save hearts in real life.
Kid's got alligator blood. Can't get rid of him.
Tino, who's been a little quiet, he's got a little touched up tonight after having a huge night on Saturday. Stream, a little hold'em. Great guy, Tino. Over to Zach. Don't know what his shirt says. The man? Can't see that far. Over to PTS with 9854, 3 diamonds. He says, $50. I'll see this flop.
Get that 6-7 flop.
Yes. Don't know what Tyler has. We'll see the flop from Nick. There's the King 7 Queen. 2 diamonds. And here's a case where 3 diamonds in your hand actually hurts a little bit.
Though sometimes it helps because that makes it less likely they have diamonds. But
True.
Eli's got the dry guy, so
Yeah.
if he wants to, he can really, as long as stack sizes dictate it and player stickiness dictates it, you can really take a lot of pots away here.
And Tyler, the cards we can't see, makes the big bet of 160. Over to his buddy PTS.
And Eli's definitely got the hand to continue here. I'm surprised he didn't continue here. He's got a nut gutter to the Broadway, dry guy, but it's only if you're willing to bluff the diamond. If you're not going to bluff the diamond, then calling there, you should just give up otherwise. But I think he could have put some... he was actually out of position. I'm sorry. Misread it.
Michael, we'd love to have you here at the Lodge if you do make it down here in May. If you do make it here, Michael, your first hour is on Mike the Skull Reisman. Just mention him at the front counter. Tell him you're a longtime Lodge viewer, and you're from out of town, and you're coming in just because of the poker show, and we'll get you an hour free. How about that?
I think I can handle that, Rick. Thank you for putting me on blast. After I, took some money from you the other night, I think I can afford
You
those
can
$10.
You can afford it. And I even think the Lodge would be happy to reward a great viewer if they're coming from out of town. Over to June.
Definitely come check us out. Texas is beautiful.
It is beautiful, and the poker is on fire, Dustin.
It is. I don't even want to say that too loud.
Yeah. Cobbler Dog will come along and back over to PTS. He's going to fold, as does Eli in the blinds. Back to the straddle man. Tino's going to fold.
I won a little side bet versus Tino tonight.
What's that?
You'll have to remind me post-stream to go out and collect. Fresh Hyundai coming the Skull's way.
9 deuce deuce.
He gave me a little action on the UConn Baylor women's basketball game.
Oh, my goodness. Who won? Did Baylor win?
No.
Wow.
UConn won. And he said, you can have UConn. I said, okay.
It's an orphan flop, deuce, deuce. Whoever bets it probably takes it down.
Yeah, the Lodge Poker Club, we don't take rakes in Texas Poker. What we do is charge, it's a social club. You pay a membership fee to get in, either a daily, monthly, or annual membership fee. Once you get in, the cash games are $10 an hour. So you play, you don't pay as you go. At the end, you just go and you check out, say, I'm leaving, and they'll tell you how long you played and ask you for your fee. So no money comes off the table, which means your stacks, the stacks are not getting smaller because the club is taking money out of them. Much different. And if you figure it, the average poker table in a casino is probably taking about $150 off the table every hour, give or take. Here at the Lodge, if there's 9 players, there's only $90 that the players are paying, but it's not even coming off the table. So a great value either way. We'd love to have you here at the Lodge.
Yeah, the hourly is definitely player friendly. Not only that, you get a couple more hands in per hour. Dealers not taking the tokes out, and
Yeah. $20 from Salim.
all that money stays on the table. So when you stack somebody, it's for a full amount.
Yes.
What's up, Brian? Thanks for joining us. A special Monday stream indeed. Pot Limit Omaha. Plenty of action so far this evening.
Yeah.
June with some naked queens.
Flop cup.
Flops,
There's the
top set.
queen.
See, I like that
Boom.
top set of queens.
Right on
My
cue.
favorite. When the king comes out or the ace comes out, people can sometimes put you on that set, but when you have a set of queens, they're less likely.
Salim is going to make it 100, puts the black chip out there, and June's loving this. Raise it up. 400 is the play.
Unless he thinks somebody's going to back raise, he has to raise here. He can't just let everybody draw to any straight draw they want. Tyler get every free gutter he wants.
Too many people to slow play this, huh?
Yeah.
Risk it, perhaps.
And the board texture. Like if it was queen 8-3, I mean,
Yeah.
you could really disguise your hand. But it's also what does he think Salim has?
Well,
Salim
Salim,
Something
just
he can
leaves
go
a
with
few
or
hundred
not.
behind.
yeah, Salim's basically committing himself to this pot.
But
Must
generally-
have like a 7-8. Might have gotten there, right? You think
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
probably has like a 7-8 type of hand, and he rips it. Snap call by
Has to
June.
snap call, yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't love it.
They're gonna
You
see
have
if
to
they
snap
run it
call
more
there,
than
yeah.
once.
One
They're gonna run
time.
it once.
Salim says one.
Once he
Salim
turned it.
He's got a
7-8.
King Jack.
and no board
King
pair
Jack
for June.
does.
King Jack, yep.
And see, that's the thing, folks. Much, much different than Hold'em is that when you flop what is now the nuts, it is very rarely does it hold up, Dustin.
Well, it's set. That's what I was saying. Sets are vulnerable, and you think that you have a monster hand, which you generally do, but if you get action, it's up against somebody that has equal equity. Not only that, look at this. People talk about blockers. I have the blocker to the top set. Well, he has top set, and you have queen 6. So a lot of people make the mistake of getting it in there. I have top blocker. You can't have top set. No, it's not a blocker. It's just a deterrent. He had top set right there.
Yeah.
Now, luckily, Salim had the gutter to go with it, which adds a lot of equity, and was his emergency equity there, too.
You can't fault Salim for going with it, and he just binks it.
Aaron chimes in, one of our dealers, says casino time games are $7 to $8 per half hour usually, so the $10 per hour is very player friendly at the Lodge.
2:15 in the chat, guys. Do us a favor, hit that like button if you are new tonight. We're about halfway home, trying to reach at least 300 in the chat, and cannot do that without all y'all's assistance. Smash that like button. Step on it.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Cheryl using one of our famous quotes in the chat, Seti Maggette, I love it. We got several little quotes that we're thinking about putting on some T-shirts. Seti Maggette definitely is one of them. Ladies and all sorts of fun things that we
need
call.
a bunker.
The
tank
bunker?
top.
Where is the bunker? Welcome to the bunker?
Welcome to the bunker. Welcome to the rock.
Looks like a lot of weak hands playing 4-way for 40.
Ace 6-7, rainbow. Got a pair of aces.
Tino with an open ender, two backdoor flush draws, both add about 5% to his equity, unless they're covered.
Yes, Michael, this is literally around the corner from Dell. If you were at Dell, you were about a mile away from the lodge. 150 is the bet. So next time you come in to visit your folks at Dell Computer, pay us a nightly visit.
Tell them Rick sent you.
Yeah, we got a lot of folks who work at Dell that play here. I won't mention any names. There's a call by two players over to Tino. Yes, no weak sauce. Thank you, Joe. That's what I was thinking. No weak sauce. Seti Maggette. Welcome to the bunker. We've got all sorts of future T-shirt designs. Here comes the River. River's the king of clubs.
Broadway completes.
PTS has basically a pair with a queen kicker. That's not going to win, probably, because we don't know what June has. It's showing that it's going to win, but we don't know what June has.
Tyler turning his hand into a bluff.
For some reason, I think June has the straight, because he's raising. $11.75 from June.
Big raise
Let's
indeed.
Pot that in a tough spot. He cannot call here.
Aggressive. A new die.
Tyler's
And you
gonna
won't
fold.
be pushed around.
Yeah, there's no way Tyler calls here.
He's just going to put on a little bit of a stance and then
Now, if this were high-low, he'd have the nut low, but this isn't high-low. This is high only. High only. Wonder what he's thinking so long about here, Dustin.
well, either he misread his hand and he's thinking, how is something that I don't have good, or just putting on a little bit of a show. If he snap folds, maybe somebody picks up a read.
Yeah.
But we're
Don't
going to watch
think
the
he's
stream
be-
anyways and pick up that read, right?
Don't think he's being bluffed at all, huh? Not even possible that June could be bluffing here and that naked ace could be good. Very
I mean,
unlikely, right?
It's possible. It's definitely possible. Very rare.
I just don't see how you can call
Yeah,
11.
he's in
7.
folding formation.
Looking for a rebluff seems like suicide.
Yeah.
Definitely not jamming here.
Even if he shows you a bluff afterwards.
He might, he plays a lot with June, I guess.
Whoa, whoa, little fake out. We are officially in the blender here on the river doing another recount. 5, 6, 7, 8,
He might have
9,
picked up something
10,
on June.
11.
Be a pretty amazing bluff catch.
Nick from Yuma.
And he folds.
The mayor of Chatsville finally makes his appearance. I saw him in another chat tonight, wondering if he was going to give us a chance for his eyes at being the mayor and all, and June is going to take that one down.
What's up, Nick? Thank you for joining us. A special Monday PLO stream.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know it.
Cy, I love that one too. A buck and a squirt. We got like 4 or 5 things. Seti Maggette, buck and a squirt.
Cy Stone in the building. What's up, buddy?
I love it. No weak sauce.
I already have a nice hat in mind for hashtag no weak sauce.
Okay.
I had the design already. I was just thinking about it silently. I think I got a winner.
All right.
I got a winner. I might buy you a prototype.
As soon as we sell out of our merchandise, which will come Wednesday, hats, shirts, hoodies, as soon as we sell out of our initial order, we'll place some orders for other stuff. You will be the only person on your block with a Poker Night at the Lodge hoodie, T-shirt, or hat with the great logo that we designed.
Moose Duty asking Nick, what is he doing here? I mean, you know better, Moose. You know damn well what he's doing here. I mean, wake up, Moose.
Some ladies
Come on
again.
now. That seemed to work well last time. Just big top set.
So it didn't work out.
Did not work out in the end, but it looks
No.
oh so pretty on the flop.
Sets are not a guarantee win in this game.
We are located in Round Rock, Texas, just north of Austin. The Lodge Poker Club live stream. Do us a favor if you are new. Subscribe to the channel every Wednesday and Saturday, the occasional Monday.
Tino's coming along for the ride. He's been a little quiet tonight, Mikey. Big raise coming their way.
He got felted a little early on there. You remember he got stacked by June early, so once you take a couple hits to the armor, you might go a little bit into shock, but kings versus queens again.
Tyler with kings with the ace blocker.
Dry ace, though.
Hoodie is not available on the website yet. The merchandise will be available in the upcoming days, and we have a special website that we will launch where our people from out of town can buy merchandise via the website. But stay tuned for that. We will let you know as soon as that's ready.
Nice squeeze, Tyler.
The mayor of Chatsville, the guest tonight is Dustin. He's one of our great dealers here, and we asked him to join us. He wanted to participate in a few streams. We said, come on. He's kind of a specialist in PLO, and hey, he's done a great job. Have you had some fun, Dustin, so far?
Yeah.
All right.
More cards the better, for sure.
9:30 in the p.m. here, Central Time. We're about halfway through of our live stream, playing a little PLO. 221 in the chat. Yes, we've got HD cameras. You know, we can run, what do they call it, 4K technology?
I mean,
but we don't stream that way, but that's what the cameras are. The cameras are 4K. So we've got the clearest, most expensive cameras
in the game.
Come
on, Nick, you know this as well. Some of our loyal viewers asking some questions they already know the answers to. You only bring the best here on this channel. Only high quality, lots of action. Here we go, PLO, 4 cards, not 2.
Tyler come along, as does Salim and June. Over to PTS.
Celine and June with nice hands. Suited ace with a 3-card rundown
I
of
like
some
those
sort.
suited aces.
Yeah, if you have when you have the flush, you definitely want a suited ace and a smaller second suit. That way people have bigger flushes with you.
There's the clubs that Salim wanted to see.
As well as top pair.
Yep. He's got the nut flush draw, but Tyler's going to continue his story. Don't know what he has. But Salim's not going anywhere with the nut flush draw and the top pair. He's going to call the 150. Over to June. June has a straight draw.
Did Tyler open this pot?
Yes.
I imagine if he's continuing, he most likely has some sort of clubs with whatever he has.
He's heads up
might
now.
be the king high clubs.
Kind of like having a couple mystery hands here and there. Get to talk each other through it here, see what he's continuing with, see what our players might be in the blender with. Obviously, what we see what Salim has here, a pair of 10s and the flush draw.
It's a decent turn for Tyler's range. If he does have overpair, then counterfeited a couple 2-pair.
Just 10s and 4s here for Salim. Check, check.
Jack's up, probably good.
Yep, does hit that jack on the river, so jacks and 10s.
What is Tyler showing?
There's a good question for you, Dustin. Why is this game played in a pot limit rather than a no limit format?
Because as you can see, people are getting dealt aces all the time. So if it was no limit, it would not be much of a poker game. It would just be, when do I get my aces and when do I go all in?
Okay. There you go, folks. Asked and answered.
You really get no action when people can just blow other people out of the pot. And that's why there is so much action in this game, is because the draws can't really be blown out of the pot unless you play very strategic and tricky in certain spots.
But as you notice, folks, the pots explode rather quickly. So it's only a matter of time before somebody can say pot and it will be all of their chips.
Yeah, and really in no limit, rarely do people ever bet over pot limit size. So don't be discouraged by the idea that it's pot limit, or I don't know what that is, or that's limiting me. Because most of the time when you're playing in no limit games, you're actually betting smaller than the pot size 99% of the time. Bigger games, yeah, people start making overbets
I like the
and things like that.
occasional overbet.
Yeah, I think it's smart, but
A lot of people don't expect the overbet when it comes, just smashes you in the face.
I agree. But I talk about 90% of the games in the country.
Correct.
99% of the time, you aren't even betting over pot size.
Cobbler Dog with a bullet alert here.
Yes, we do spread Big O. We're actually playing a Big O tournament right this second here at the Lodge.
Cobbler Dog with some stronger aces, double suited. Flops a straight draw and a flush draw. pretty strong here, except for the 6-5 is holding if it's out there.
Eli's going to come along and make the bet. $40 with his diamond draw. Little does he know, Cobbler Dog has the nut diamonds right next door to him. Actually, two down from him. Tyler's going to come along with basically a wheel draw. He's got a little...
Yeah, Tyler's got the wheel wrap.
Yeah, the wheel wrapperoni.
But he might be dead if somebody's already got 6-5 out there.
4 players to the turn. Nick is going to give us a turn. There's the 10.
That just turned a wrap for Eli. I imagine he's going to continue unless somebody...
Eli with the wrap. And the flush draw, but it's not the nut flush draw.
Though that is why he was leading out in the flop, was to try to get a nut flush to drop out. So this is a perfect turn to continue and apply maximum pressure to try to get that nut flush that covers you.
150.
150 into 230. That's only about 75%.
Quick call from Tyler.
Yeah, I probably would have bet the full amount. I mean, that $70 more really in the grand scheme of things is nothing compared to the pot size, but it does do a little bit more work to cut down on the odds.
It's going to be a tough call for... Yeah,
no,
not tough.
No, pretty easy call here.
Pretty tough. Pretty easy for the Cobbler Dog, and he'll come along looking for a diamond for sure.
Only Eli is representing a 6-5, and he probably would have potted it on the turn if he had 6-5.
Cobbler Dog with his aces is going to win this hand. Wow.
And there's actually a case for Cobbler Dog on a check call, bluff catching mode here.
Eli with a massive bet here on the river. Bluff City, USA, seat 7.
It's very tough.
Look at that bet.
Take it down. He's
going to show the bluff.
Yeah.
Pay that man his money.
It's by no means an easy bluff catch, though.
And Eli
nice. Eli Personal Injury and Associates. Give him a plug right there. Definitely warranted there in seat 7. If you get bitten by the Bulldog or you find yourself in a car accident on 35 like we've seen one today, hopefully you are okay, and give this man a phone call, because he doesn't just make big bluffs on the river. He can help you out professionally as well.
How about this for a T-shirt? I like big pots and I cannot lie. Do you like that one?
I mean,
that's a
all
good
right
one.
there. A little corny, Rick. A little corny, but we will accept it from you. We can do better.
I think that in Pot Limit Omaha, turn action is one of the most important streets. And you notice that he bet 75% pot, and there's a flush draw out there. So if he really did have the nuts, 65, he feels vulnerable to the diamonds and or boat draws, so he probably would have charged a lot more.
Pardon me, this is a racehorse, so there is no betting. Everybody put $100 in, and they're just going to deal them out. They do this once every 3 orbits. Sorry to interrupt.
No problem. Somebody's up 700, and everybody else is down 100. Really good for the game. Gets action rejuiced up.
Wow.
2 people flopped a deuce. Let's see what the rest of it is. Deuce, 10 kicker. Oh, king.
The king.
Last card, found a king ace.
June wins his second.
Running good, June.
Second racehorse of the night.
Yes.
I mean, you could just make a living on racehorse, Mikey.
Racehorse professional. Just bink them all. You'll be doing just fine.
All right, let me sign up for seat 3.
Nakia says she wants that shirt, Rick. I like big pots and I cannot lie. Hey, trademark. ...
Dustin, you're doing too good in the booth right now. I don't think we're going to be able to exit.
Like I said, no problem. There's always a PLO game somewhere.
Yes.
Though not true, but more and more,
more and more
everywhere.
are popping up here. And we have a 5-5-10 double 20 here, straddle coming from Pot That
Walter, if you think the table full of fish, we invite you to the lodge. We'll get you in. Sit down with these fish.
Come on, don't bullshitter.
Looks like we got a straddle. We got a spot for everyone who thinks that they could beat this game and all the games we stream. I hear that all the time. Oh, I just get me down to Austin. I'd kill this game. Hey, we'll get you in. Believe me. Good luck to you, too. 60 is the bet. Eli.
Very nice hand by Tino.
He does have
5, 6, 7, 8.
Really nice playable hand by Salim, too, especially on the button.
Looks like a lot of people are calling this bet. Cobbler Dog will go out.
Zach looking for a set of jacks. June double suited, double paired for pot that. I really like the double paired hands, but 4s and 3s. I mean, if he flops a set, he's gonna have to be cautious with it.
7 players.
There's
Ace,
that
8, Jack.
set of jacks for Zach. Nut.
Seti Maggette.
Second nut flush draw for Eli with a gutter.
Makes it 430. Zach over to Eli, who folds. I'm sorry. Eli is now he folds.
No, you're right.
Back to Tyler.
Tough call with second flush draw and a second gutter.
Salim.
No, his stack size is way too big here.
Got to open in a straight draw. The 9-10. Not much else.
Not much backup. Don't see him continuing.
But is he really happy if he hits the queen side?
No, because the
No, then King
higher
10.
straight
King 10's right there, yeah.
Right.
Zach shows the set and is glad to take it down. You know, flopping a set, as we mentioned, has lost many a pot on this stream already. Flopping a set, losing to a straight, or losing to a flush. It's just the nature of this game. You think you flop a set and hold them, you're golden 90% of the time probably.
What you really want to flop is a set and a flush draw. Earlier somebody had a pair in their hand. I was going to say that if you have the flush draw outside of the pair, it's much better because then when you flop your set, a third of the time you're flopping a potential flush draw with it. You could actually flop a set and a flush draw against a flop straight and you're a favorite.
Right. I always am wary of flopping a nut straight in this game because it hardly holds.
Very nice hand for Eli under the gun. Yeah, it barely holds, and you could be getting quartered up.
Yep.
Or free rolled.
Yep. Here comes a raise. 30 is the bet. Over to Tyler. Quick call. Quick call with a pair of 9s and a pair of 5s. Dolly Parton. 9s and 5s. Over to June on the button will fold. Back to Zach. Zach's got 5, 7, 8 queen with 2 clubs. He'll make the call. Cobbler will fold.
Zach's got a decent hand out of position, though. Like I said, he's very aware post-flop, so he won't be paying off very often when he's not supposed to be.
Nick will give us a flop. 10 queen deuce, 2 clubs. We do have a flush draw for Zach.
And he's going to lead when he's supposed to, like here. Top pair and a flush draw. Backdoor flush draw. Didn't field.
232 in the chat. Thanks for joining us tonight, folks.
If you're new, subscribe to the channel. We'd really appreciate it. Like this video. We stream for 3 hours, folks. Almost entering our 3rd hour, a.k.a. the 3rd period.
Ooh. Trips now.
Yeah, it's a bad turn for him.
For Eli. Now he might be thinking he might be drawing dead here, Zach, even if he hits the flush.
Zach's probably going to check give up.
Yeah. Board pairs are always scary when the best you can do is the flush. Because you could be drawn dead.
Yeah, he's making that look. You ain't stealing from me, are you? But I got to fold.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see it.
It's good fold indeed.
Eli shows the trips.
Both these players very familiar with each other, play PLO with one another quite frequently. Both not afraid to put it in when they're behind, and both are. Yeah, no, I see what I did there. Come on, let's keep it classy. But both are smart enough to realize when they're ahead as well with their opponents. So a good game with this lineup tonight. Plenty of action.
Players are right now buying tip chips. Anytime a player buys more money into the game, you're allowed at that point to buy tip chips. You can always tip in cash if you have cash in your pocket. But other than that, you have to wait until a player buys in before you can use your own money off the come off the table to buy to change it into tip chips. Those copper ones or gold ones you see there are $2 in valuation. The black and orange tip chips are $5, and the silver ones are $1. That's how the dealers get paid their tip money. And I know, Dustin, that's an important part of this game for you as a dealer.
Yes, very appreciated. Never expected, always appreciate. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, and the dealers, dealers do okay here at the lodge, and but they appreciate it. If they do a good job and a player tips them, chances are they've earned it, and we have a good time here at the lodge.
We have by far one of the nicest and friendliest player pool here. Amazing people, everybody from all walks of life. Just great people you get to play with here.
We just got a message. Mikey and I received a text from one of the players who played on the stream all week who just mentioned that exact fact, that the professionalism of the entire staff, both dealers and floor people, everyone from top to bottom, was something that he's never even seen before, and he's been to casinos all over the country. So we like to think we're doing something right, and thanks to all from dealers on up, ownership, everybody. They're doing a good job here. Looks like we got a bet.
Yeah, it looks like we're going 5 ways for 40. Oh, 6 ways.
$240 in the pot already. See, this is how it gets. Somebody says pot right now, and now it's a $500 pot.
But effective SPR is about 5 plus here.
King 10 deuce, 2 diamonds. Dry ace for Tyler.
With the gutter and top pair. Top and bottom. This is his flop.
Ooh, live from India. That might be our farthest viewer ever. We're huge in New Delhi.
Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Welcome. We appreciate you. We welcome everybody from far and wide.
I've just got to ask you, Himanshu from India, is the deli good in New Delhi? Does that work?
That's not good, right?
All right,
That's
that
not
doesn't
good.
work.
That's
There's
not
a
good.
bet from Tino, who's been a little quiet tonight. Tino.
Not the best turn for Tyler, but does improve his hand.
So we're going to go heads up between Tino and Tyler. Don't know what Tino has. There's another heart. That may slow things down because Tino
Might speed it up too. Might
Yeah.
give Tino a chance to continue with any bluffs.
400 into a 1.2.
Maybe miss diamonds.
Ooh, call.
Frustration call. Looks like he has it.
Bro,
Not
like
hearts, but
Jack
he
Ten,
does
queen,
have-
jack.
Yeah,
Jack Queen.
but the hearts were out there, so it's interesting.
It was 2 pair versus 2 pair, but Tino had the open ender versus the gutter.
It was the Broadway draw, right, for Tino? Binkson on the turn?
Yep.
Yeah.
Queen jack gets there.
Okay, Aaron, I know the joke was bad, but, I have always wondered that, Actually, it's probably not the best joke. Brendan Kaufman, love from Austin, Texas.
As we approach 10 o'clock Central Standard Time, almost entering the third period, final hour of the stream. Do us a favor, hit that like button, people. Our third hour usually the busiest, and that's due to all those likes.
Yeah. Joe S. with another great line that we forgot about. We're huge in the Netherlands. That's another one of our famous lines, Mikey.
Yep, shout out to Jan, of
Maybe
course.
we just get one T-shirt with just quotes on it.
Let me be the clothing designer, please.
We're in the apparel business now. Me and you, Mikey.
From what you tend to wear here on a daily basis. I don't want to take any clothing advice from you, sir.
We're going to be pimping a lot of
Looking like a
merchandise.
homeless person down by 6th Street.
There you see the cumulative winnings. Eli winning about what Tino's losing.
It's all there, black and
Some of
white.
those homeless
clear as
brands
crystal.
sell.
You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
Double suited ace 10, 9, 5 on the button.
Over to PTS with the Cowboys.
Cowboys, his diamonds are covered. Looks like
We'll go to the flop. Nick has been doing a great job in the box. King 6-7, 2 hearts.
Top set for pot with nut flush blocker.
Flush draw for Cobbler Dog, though.
I'm surprised he leads out here. Though he does have the nut blocker, means they're going to be checking back more often, but I would actually go for a check raise here.
Shout out to Spain. Going global tonight. Spain, India. I'm sure Jan will be watching on delay. Monster hand here brewing.
If he would have checked that, Cobbler Dog with the flush draw, pre-flop aggression, though I think somebody did 3-bet it. And the button, if he got checked too, he might have bet it and committed himself, have it call off, and or at least he wins 1 bet here. I don't see him going with it yet.
Yep, he folds. Good bet by PTS with his Seti Maggette. Next hand.
You know we're ready, CC. We would not have invited them to the beautiful lodge here in Round Rock if we were not ready.
Yes.
The rocket ship has already taken off. We are in flight with no plans of coming back to Earth anytime soon.
Yeah, and you guys who have been with us for a while, you're going to be the guys who say in a few weeks, few months, hey, I was there when they had under 1,000 subscribers. Of course, that was just 3 weeks ago. It took 2.5 months to get to 1,000, 25 days to get to 2,000. We're thinking maybe 15 days to get to 3,000. Who knows?
Let's hope so. And we sure damn well won't forget about you guys, our loyal viewers from the jump, and any new viewers that are popping in for the first time. Again, subscribe and like our channel. We appreciate it. We need each and every one of you guys to get to where we want to be.
We got premium for Salim.
Yes, good hand, although, 3 spades, but as you say.
Yeah, second suit would be better.
Yep. You're getting a lot of love. Stephen Reisman says, +10, Dustin, thanks for the education.
You know who Stephen Reisman is, right, Dustin?
The name sounds very familiar.
Very familiar. Because my last name's Reisman, so there you go. Hint,
Papa.
hint.
Well, thank you very much. Little brother, cousin?
Papa Steve.
Papa, oh. I think that might have been my papa in the chat too earlier. I'm not sure.
Really?
You said a name.
Yeah, Daniel.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's good to have dads in the chat. Gotta support your sons.
He loves poker.
Nice. All right, we're going to go 5 ways to the flop. Cobbler Dog has the mystery hand. Flop comes Queen 8-7, 2 hearts.
The pure flop for Salim. It is tainted though with the hearts out there.
Yeah, nobody with a flush draw unless Cobbler Dog hasn't. And he's the one who bets the mystery hand. Makes it 300. Ooh.
Wow.
How did Salim check that?
Pot.
Wow.
Pot by
This isn't
PTS.
This isn't a hand that you really want to check trap.
Wowzers here.
I would have led, but I mean, you're not getting away from it. You gotta.
Salim with the wrap, right?
Yeah, this isn't a get in spot. This is just a call. See a clean turn. Try to get there first, because turn comes to heart or a paired board, you're done with the hand. You got nothing. Although he would be in trouble if a queen of clubs came off.
He's not going anywhere, you think?
No, he's not going anywhere. He's deciding whether he should raise or not. If he folds this, I'm not sure why he played the hand.
Can't get rid of him.
Corey says, I was there the day Skull Mike did his stream interview. Yeah, I almost didn't hire him.
I almost didn't hire you. What are you talking about, Ray?
Hey, I did the Lodge podcast way before we even thought of about a stream. So
Card speak.
He's thinking about getting it in
and there
here.
you go. You were on an episode. Johnny Chan was on. Here we go, Salim.
Midasal.
Yep.
Chance Corneth.
That's the move.
Yeah, we had a lot of great players. That was a fun time, but now we're in the big time. We got the live stream being written about by Poker News Daily.
Shout out to you too, Corey. Hope you're doing well, buddy. We're thinking about you. Excited to see you here later in the week. I know you're coming back to town. Salim officially in the blender.
Now, if he has fold equity against Cobbler Dog, he should be ripping it here, but
He's
tanked quite a bit of time. I think
Explain that.
Fold equity?
Yes. No, yeah. Explain to why he should be folding if he has fold equity.
No, he should be ripping it.
Right,
He should be
that-
shoving
okay,
it. Because then he folds out. That adds one more way of winning. You win without showdown.
All right. There you go. He's really thinking about this.
But he's tanked so long, I'm not sure. His fold equity is dissipating as he tanks longer and longer, in my opinion. It might be the opposite, though, for some people.
He counts out chips and puts them back.
He does
Looks
raise.
Like he's going to raise it on up.
As long as he can get through Cobbler Dog, yep. I guess. Was it already 1100 or did he already snap call?
I think he just called.
It was 300, then it was 11 by.
That's what I thought.
By PTS, yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to take a turn now.
No, he potted it to 1200. He was tanking to call this 1200, I believe.
Yes.
And we didn't see that.
Yeah.
That's what was going on. Okay.
Yes.
That makes more sense. Calling 1200 there is a much tougher call.
Heads up.
Obviously, shoving would have no
They
fold
checked
equity.
the turn, too. And now
River's a
we're
nuts.
on a river, and it looks to be check.
Although
off.
turn was a heart.
Checked river, too, so just
Yeah, the hearts. He didn't like that heart on the turn, the deuce of hearts.
Just the queen? What am I missing here? He hits the straight there.
Yeah, straight good against 2 pair.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Slim gets there on the river.
Yeah, the turn came with deuce of hearts and scared them both. Went check, check.
Salim. So let me tell you about Chip Leader Coaching, our sponsor here for the month of March. Chip Leader Coaching, an AI-driven platform designed to react to your game and teach you what you need to work on the most. Chip Leader AI features personal input from Chance Cornuth and Alex Foxen, who spent thousands of hours writing explanations to over 3,000 specific spots. As you answer questions, the AI learns exactly what you need to work on and adapts to you personally. For more information, go to clcpoker.com. That's clcpoker.com, and we want to thank them for being a sponsor the month of March. They're going to take some time off and evaluate some things and come back later on, but we thank them for being a sponsor this month. There you see the cumulative winnings. Eli still up top, Tino down at the bottom. Palo says, I was there the time Mike actually laughed at Rick's joke.
I don't remember that time.
I know the exact joke.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Don't remember. Sorry, John, I don't remember.
It was either the doorbell joke or the duck joke. One of those two.
Doorbell joke was not bad.
And you actually liked the joke that I got my hand slapped on
Yeah,
about the ham sandwich.
Yeah, that one was actually the best one. Yes. What you're ordering at a diner.
Yes.
Yes. Wash your hands at the diner, please.
Zach is going to raise it on up to 40.
Very playable four-card wrap with a gap at the top.
Salim's coming along. Salim just won a big hand. He's got chips now.
Tyler's hand actually dominates Zach's a little bit.
King 9-3, rainbow. And you see Tino is in the lead. Can't think he is, but he is. And a big bet from Zach. Quick call from Eli. Don't see Eli's hand up there. Looks like we'll go heads up. Eli and Zach having a little mystery hand here. Ace of spades on the turn. No flush possible out there with the Badoogie.
The Badoogie.
The only thing that really changes is if somebody turned aces up, maybe.
Don't know what each has. A big bet, 300. That's probably his hourly rate over there at his law office, 300. Over to Zach.
Top two for Eli. Big slick.
Yeah, I was about to say some sort of, although I thought he might have had a gutter with it. He floated with top pair.
Zach looking for basically a jack. Or a 9.
Not enough to continue.
And another big pot goes Eli's way. And we're on to the next one. Yes, E, we're getting hyped for Saturday as well. Remember, folks, Wednesday, if you like the young kids, the college kids that are playing, it is Next Gen Poker. They're bringing 3 of their guys down. 2 of them will be playing on the live stream. 1 will rotate. Then on Saturday, Mariano comes to town. He's got about 50,000 YouTube subscribers, and he's going to be playing the 5-10 uncapped delicious game.
Yep, E and Poker Traveler will be involved in that one as well, the first Saturday of each month, so the game shall be massive. I know E and myself have worked on that list, and he's bringing some nice players for that one, so don't forget to tune into the channel, the Lodge Poker Club live stream on Wednesday and Saturday.
Yeah, and all of the vloggers we're bringing to town are going to be doing featured vlogs on the Lodge. So we're going to see one from Next Gen, we're going to see one from Mariano, we're going to see one from Rude Poker, Johnny Vibes, and even Rampage. We're going to see 5 vlogs coming up in the next month. Rip City here.
Yeah, pretty loose limp by Pot that with pocket threes. Eli makes it 80. Tyler rips about 290-ish. With pocket jacks, no suits.
Yeah, I might have to save some college stories for our night on Wednesday.
Celine wakes up with kings, premium kings too. All Broadway connections,
Yep.
suited ace. This is where I was saying, like, if the 10 was the diamond instead of the king,
Yes.
it's much better because not only somebody else can make the king high flush, but also when you flop a set,
Yeah.
50% of the time it's one of your suits. So then you could either have backdoor flush draw or flop a flush draw with it.
So we got jacks versus kings.
I probably would
Eli?
actually re-ISO'd if I was Salim,
So we got a big pot brewing right now.
just to push out Eli, because now Eli with stack sizes, he can call in ultimate position, and
Tyler's all in. There's a queen 5-4. Tyler
So-
with his jacks looking for a jack. There it is. A jack for Tyler. And he all of a sudden wakes up.
wait, why is
That's a king.
Why is Eli? I think Eli is a fold and hold, or what is that?
Salim is going to win with his Cowboys. And Tyler,
No,
who was
Eli
a-
showing Broadway.
is the ace-10. You're right. So Eli is going to win. Is there?
Oh, they both have Broadway.
Yeah. So Eli and Salim are going to split.
He must have did a lot of checking down.
Yeah, and it's that king cost Tyler the pot because on the turn he was winning with his Seti Maggette with his jacks, and then a straight comes. I originally thought the kings, the trip kings, was going to win, but you're right. Both Eli and Salim has the ace-10.
Yeah, Salim could have made about 200 more if he just would have re-ISO'd pre.
Yeah, Lodge swag should be. I should be able to pick some up on Wednesday. That's what I've been told for sure by Saturday. If it's not here by Saturday, we've got some major problems. But I think that that tanker that was just delodged in the Suez Canal is going to bring our swag here in time. Did you see that? About a week, that tanker.
Yeah, they moved that today.
They did move it today. They just pushed really hard and delodged it from
Then I
the
heard
bank.
rumors that it got stuck again, but then it got back on its way, right?
My goodness.
It's kind
He
of
should
like,
have just
You see
blew
how
it up.
You see how many containers were on that thing?
yeah,
It's crazy.
probably bringing all that Lodge merch our way. That's what I think.
271 in the chat. Yeah, somebody did have King, but the winner was the Broadway. Ace-10 made Broadway, and that's what Eli and Salim had. So they chopped it.
Aces alert here. Bullets and Big Slick.
Double suited.
Double suited, a very strong hand for the 6th seat.
2 straight draws at least, too.
Into the final hour of the show, 10 o'clock hour.
Some ladies.
Uh-oh, heater alert. And jacks.
Pocket yaks.
A lot going on here.
Queens, aces, jacks.
Are you not entertained?
King 10, 7, 6 looking pretty live here for a straight.
There's a king, set of kings. I'm sorry, I thought there were kings. No, there's jacks and aces.
Aces,
and
queens, and jacks.
It's the only one that wasn't out there was the king.
I actually like Salim's hand here, even though he is behind.
200 by PTS with his aces.
He's got that nut gutter. All his second pairs give him better kings up.
Queen, as the pocket queens had folded already. Now PTS 60-40 to win. There's the big bet.
Yeah, he's got to go away now.
Looks like almost 500, 475, 490.
Should have been 6.
And we'll go on to the next one. Rick Epstein along with Skull Mike. Who knows? Tonight, we're scheduled to stop at 11, but who knows? We're having a lot of fun tonight. It's something different. We may see if we want to go a little overtime. I don't know. We'll play it by ear. 277 in the live chat. Looks like we've got a double toaster strudel. Even though Mikey's a team player, even though he's got an early flight in the morning.
We'll see how it goes. No promises here.
I got my mic all messed up here. I'm rolling on it. There we go.
Over to Tino. Tino's been a little quiet tonight.
Big slick with kings this time, so you're asking for pocket kings, and then poof, they appear.
75, and quick call from Tyler with pocket threes and 7-8.
280 of you guys in the chat. Please hit that like button as we spike here in our final hour.
Palo, good night. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you Wednesday and Saturday, we hope. Telling you, the next 40 days are going to be amazing here on this live chat, live stream.
Zach playing that little card wrap rundown.
Jack 5-9, Rainbow. And you notice that Tyler is percentage ahead.
Double gutter.
And there's his straight.
That's a pure one, too. If he would have hit the 10, he would have been on the dummy end.
But Zach bets into him with 2 pair.
Bottom 2, no one took the initiative, so he figured he'd take it.
And a straight draw, but
a little bit of a feeler bet, but in bad shape with 10% equity here. Tyler has been getting beaten up here tonight, and this might be a good opportunity for him to salvage some losses.
Tino is going to find himself out of this pot, although he does have Jack Ace.
He does have the dry guy, too. He could be looking to bluff river hearts.
Tyler is going to raise it on up, all in.
Yeah, unfortunately, and it's going to be a snap fold, snap fold.
Tyler's going to win this pot.
What a pure turn for him, too. That's why you want to give free cards in this game. Let somebody hit their free gutter, and then all of a sudden you just gave up the pot that they would have just folded to on the flop.
Rick Epstein along with Skull Mike and Dustin the dealer. There you see the cumulative winnings. Eli now up top. Eli, the attorney at law, Esquire. 2.6K. Salim 1.2. June 880. June is up a little bit more because he's won 2 of the race horses, and that's 700 each. So I'm thinking he's up more like 2,300 right now, as they haven't been added in. But every 3 orbits, everybody puts $100 in the pot, and they just do a racehorse. They deal out the cards and see who wins. No
Close
betting.
to 300 in the chat right now. I might have just gotten the okay for a little bit of overtime if we hit 155 likes. So right now we are at 122 likes, guys. If we get to 155 likes, we have the green light for some overtime. So it's in your hands, folks. I leave it up to you. We don't bluff here at the lodge. So do us a favor.
Bullshitter.
Help us out. Help me help you. Hit those like buttons. PLO.
Light comes up. If you want the merch right away and can't wait for it and you're out of town, we'll find a way. If you send us an email, we'd have to call you and tell you where to mail a check or a credit card, but we'll figure it out. Let us get the merchandise in first, maybe if you have somebody who lives in the Austin area, maybe they could swing by and pick it up and send it to you. We'll find ways to get it to you. Because believe me, this is going to be the hottest merch out there. The logo is fire, as I was told the other night. That's youngster for very nice looking.
Yeah, very nice.
Well, you speak youngster?
Yes.
Yeah,
I
Rick
speak
is
youngster.
starting to learn youngster a little bit. His hair is getting grayer by the day.
It's
But
got
because
that-
of you.
his
That Rosetta
slang-
Stone, huh?
I mean, you put my gray hairs every night. I get home. My wife says, "What's the matter?" I said, "Skull Mike, he just does it to me every time. He puts me through the ringer."
You just want me to laugh at every joke. I got to be tough on you, Rick. There's no easy.
I'm not asking you to laugh at every joke.
There's
I'm
no-
asking you to laugh at one joke.
What?
3-bet from Tino. Ace, Queen, Jack, 3.
I'll
Three
laugh when I
broadways with
damn
a-
well please, Rick.
Call-
I'm not going to be forced
call.
into any laughter.
Call.
See what I got to deal with here, Dustin? I mean, this is weekly, daily here in the bunker.
Dustin doesn't realize what goes on here.
Cannot imagine.
Big Pot Brewing, though. 6:30 in the skillet.
6 ways to a flop.
Lodge located in Round Rock,
Tino's-
Texas.
Tino's hand looking really nice.
7, 8, 10.
And he flops the open ender with the nut flush draw.
Not bad for Tyler either.
I'm sorry, nut gutter.
Yeah.
A little bit of something here for plenty of people.
2 pair for PTS.
This is definitely a spot where Tino can continue most stack sizes and just continue and get it in.
But there is only 1 9 available. Just looking at what's out
Tyler's going to
already.
be in bad shape when it gets to be a heads up here. His flush draw is covered.
Very aggressive. And you
Still only
die.
55, 56, 44.
You won't be pushed
Good turn for him.
So there you see
Gets there, nut flush.
the flush.
Board is paired though, but no boat for Tyler. Bigger flush over
what-
baby flush, and Tyler runs into it again. And he is not pleased.
No.
If you are in Camp Tyler, I am sorry, but Tino, the run good continues for him here. Ran well on our 5-10 stream this past Saturday. If you are new to the channel, you can watch all the reruns on the channel, past live streams. Take a look at our winnings. Eli up 2.5, Salim 1.2, June 800. I believe Zach is maybe right around even. I don't think he's down 1.5. The graphics are a little off on that. Zach has been playing quite well this evening as well. Plenty of action. Tyler not at the table right now, but he will be rebuying some chips coming back. And there is an alternate list for some new players if the players get felted. Remember, we need to hit north of 155 likes if we want a couple of minutes of overtime. Let's take a peek. Where do we stand on that? 147, so we're not quite there yet. If you have not hit that like button, please do so immediately.
You want some side action on that? Over under
I
by
think-
11 o'clock?
Yeah, I'm going to take the over.
Well, obviously.
I know.
We got to raise that line.
I know my audience.
I know you know
Dustin,
better.
and
You got the
if-
edge on this. I'm
If
just
I
action
call,
junkie.
if I call for likes, they shall come.
Oh, I know.
It's like the bat signal. That's what we have. We from the bunker, we throw it up in there in the air, and the people answer the call.
Tino will come along here. Looks like he's going to raise it on up to 35. Over to Celine. He folds.
Corey Siegel with his nightly Bitcoin lesson going down in the chat right now.
Yes.
Zach, 3-bet.
Kings, jacks for Eli. Nice hand there for Zach. Couple mystery hands. Tino involved as well. Boom, 158 likes. So you asked for it, you get it. And I will be true to my word. We will go on for a little bit of overtime. I do have an early flight in the morning, but boom. The people have asked for it and they have delivered. So we will be here for a little bit longer this evening.
Zach with the big bet. And no, we don't sell cards from the lodge. Sorry, Ivan. That's one thing we haven't gotten into yet.
But we might be branding the decks as well with some of our logos, so that might
that
be in
might
the
be-
cards in
yeah.
the future.
In the cards.
See what I did
like
there?
That. I saw that.
Come on now.
I saw that, Mikey.
Crickets on that? What? Seemed like you liked that there. And you give me the
I
crickets.
did. I like the fact that you're actually trying to be funny. You
Wow.
know?
It just comes naturally for me, Rick. I don't have to force it like you.
What did you say the other night? You're just an angry young man. What did you say that was kind of funny?
I've been called an angry little leprechaun before. I've been called Conor McGregor Jr.
Yes.
I've been called Smurf, but you're the one rocking the blue long sleeves
I
tonight,
do
looking
like
like
my
Papa
blue.
Smurf.
I do like my blue shirt.
What do you get called? Santa Claus without the beard, or?
No, I get called
see
Slick
how,
Rick.
See how easy it is for me to make you laugh? Maybe I should be telling the jokes, and you should be pressing the buttons.
Hey, I'll take a couple weeks off. It's not
Yeah.
easy.
Especially-
Bringing it strong every night.
For somebody now that's not funny.
We'll go on to the next hand. And there's a lot of money on the table right now as Tyler just bought some more money, bought some more chips. Cobbler Dog comes along over to PTS.
Looks like about 800 minimum stack sizes. Now 500 now.
Over to Tino, who'll fold. Salim will call. Back to June. And he's going to raise it up. Going to make it 120. June used to be a dealer here.
Back in the day, yeah.
Finished at a 90 is the bet. Finished at the final table of the big tournament that we had last month.
Yeah, June's very strong.
Actually came to the final table as the chip leader with over 1 million chips. Got a nice little payday there. So we'll go 3 players to the flop. 6-7 queen and 2 pair for Cobbler Dog. That's the only cards we can see right now. The other 2 players are mystery hands. 300 is the bet from June wearing his Nike. And all in from Cobbler Dog for a little bit more than the 300. Salim is still in the hand. 470 is the bet from Cobbler Dog.
Oh, he's got a hand to continue too. Wow.
Call from both players. So Cobbler Dog is going to get some action here with 2 pair.
Imagine Sleems has some sort of 8, 9, 10-ish hand.
And so we'll have a side pot from here on out. 1.7 in the pot. That is locked up for Cobbler Dog's chance to win. There's a jack on the turn. Check from Salim over to June.
Cobbler Dog's hand just improved. Backdoor flush. Open ender. June wondering if he should push Salim out of here and go heads up. Dry side pot. A lot of people think that it's a mistake to be betting here, but if you improve your equity quite a bit, there's no problem with pushing the 3rd player out.
Here comes the river. River's a 9 of hearts. Now the hearts get there, as does some more straights out there.
Cobbler Dog's going to win the main most likely here.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll see.
Curious what the hands are.
Queen Jack is for 2 pair.
Oh, he actually had top 2 as well with some backdoor gutters. Lost to the backdoor flush.
June's got none of that.
He's got
low cards.
Aces 10-9, I think I saw. Ace 10-9 for June. So he flopped over pair with nut gutter. Turned to second gutter.
Yeah. Nice hand for Cobbler Dog, though. He was all in there for decent-sized pot, taking it down.
Ooh, Stu, thanks for joining us tonight.
Who was that?
Ooh, Stu.
Did you put that in your matzo ball soup the other night?
That was good. A little matzo ball soup. Ooh, Stu, this was the first time he catched us. Thank you. Hopefully you subscribed. Come back Wednesday night and Saturday night. Oh, it's going to be some fun times. Hold'em. Some major vloggers coming in.
Hold'em, yes. big games on Wednesday and Saturday. Plenty of vloggers coming. Subscribe to the channel if anybody else in here is new. We welcome you. Thanks for tuning in tonight.
The mayor of Chatsville has to get on to his next vlog. He stayed in here for a good hour, and thank you. Go on to your next vlog now, Nick from Yuma. You got to make your appearance.
Can you learn how to read there? Nick is saying goodbye to Stu.
Oh, I thought he was saying
He's
goodnight to
gonna
us.
stick around. You know Nick never sleeps. Learn how to read, Rick.
I thought he was saying goodnight.
No. Saying goodbye to Stu.
All right. The mayor of Chatsville remains.
Come on. It's the place to be if you're the chat mayor in Chatland, in the YouTube world. There's no other channel to be right now as
we got a 4-bet.
4-bet by Tino on the button. Power
Double
of
suited,
position.
ace queen.
Double suited, yes.
ATX Poker, how you doing tonight? Glad to have you.
Nick, don't worry about it. Me and you are on the same page, buddy. I don't know about Rick.
Well, Nick from Yuma, he's on like 17 streams a night.
Mariano's coming. We have Johnny Vibes on the way. We have the group?
Next Gen Poker
Gen
coming
Poker
Wednesday
as well.
Mariano Saturday. Rude Poker coming next.
What a action flop here. Top set for Pot versus Eli's flopped nuts with a queen high flush draw. Nuts stay nuts.
Goomba, we'll take any player that wants to play and has the money.
Eli missing out on a big pot here. Playing it coy all the way through.
4 of clubs.
Warning. Self-destruct sequence activated.
Yeah, missing out on value indeed. This is massive. And now comes
a little late to put in that raise.
A little late, yeah, indeed.
Yeah. If anything, the turn was the time to do it.
Yeah, let me.
But
really
maybe
bet that flop small, though.
he did disguise a big bluff there early on in the stream, so maybe hoping that would pay off.
Let me go over this stream once again, guys. This calendar of events. Next Gen comes Wednesday night. Mariano, great poker vlogger, comes on Saturday night. Then the following week, Saturday and Wednesday, Rude Poker, another great vlogger. And then the man himself, Johnny Vibes, comes April 24th, Saturday night, right here at Poker Night at the Lodge. And then May 12th and May 16th, the great one, the man from Boston, Rampage Poker, is in the house.
Winning.
Yes.
I understand Eli's thinking there. He flopped it with a redraw as well, and Tino was the pre-flop aggressor. He probably figured he would continue, but after Tino checks back on the flop, he really should have took the initiative on the turn. And the fact that he has a free roll means he wants to get in as much chips as possible. So if Pot was flopping a straight with him and was slow playing it, the turn was the time to get it in with that and have a free roll on him. And or charge any draws like the boat draw that
that's
he did
unlike
have.
Eli. I played a little bit of PLO with Eli, and he's usually just always firing, whether he has it or not there. So the trap on the turn definitely missed out on a couple $100. No question.
Yeah, he was definitely going for the ultimate trap on the turn, but I think the way the flop action went, he had to lead out.
Yes.
Queen 10-4, clubs. Going to the turn, ace of diamonds. Not much in the pot. Quick bet by Copper Dog. He'll take it down. No, Doyle Brunson does not live near the lodge. Doyle Brunson lives in Vegas. He's from Texas. They call him Texas Dolly, but I doubt we'll get him on the live stream. That would be a stretch. Yeah, there's always 1 or 2 dislikes, Cheryl. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, we move on.
We move
power
on.
through. 165 likes, that's plenty. We would appreciate more. That's how we get new viewers. People always in the chat asking, where's the lodge located? This is my first time on the stream. You guys are doing great. I'm really enjoying this. And the way this pops up on their screen is by the more likes we receive. So it's all up to you guys, each and every stream.
I think what we'll do once we get the merchandise is we'll put the dealer in a hat, maybe a T-shirt, and that way folks can see what they'll look like.
Well, all the 6s are dead.
Over to June. June's had a good night here on the stream.
Doyle has not been in the best health as of late, so he hasn't been on many streams anywhere. Yeah. I mean, he used to play a lot, but he just likes hanging out with his wife, so you can't blame him for that. He's put in his time, and he's earned his time in the sun and relaxation doing whatever he so pleases.
I like this squeeze by Pot that, especially with his stack size, double suited. Try to isolate, get heads up. I don't like that 3 in his hand too much.
Eli's starting to build a nice little pyramid over there. Pyramid of greens. Always like a little chip porn.
7 deuce 4, 2 diamonds. We got a diamond draw for Pot that PTS. He's going to make a big bet.
Yeah, this is just a spot where you continue and try to take it down as often as you can.
Brian.
Maximize fold equity.
Brian, thanks so much for that comment. That really means a lot. You've enjoyed every stream. We try our best. This is Pot Limit Omaha. This is we've been having some fun with this. Dustin has been giving us a great expert opinion. Also want to give a big shout out to our executive producer, Dave Klaproth, who's done another stellar job, you know. It's tough to keep track of all these cards. He's doing a good job. Tino looks down at pocket aces, but he lets it go. See, there you go, folks. Pocket aces on Hold'em on a flop like that, and you're loving it. But not in this game, Dustin.
Yeah, it's really tough to make it good to showdown. Though that was a spot where Pot that had a small enough stack size that he could take a stand. It was kind of tough with the third player behind him.
Ivan, you're going to have to teach us about that. That's interesting, about YouTube algorithm glitch. Maybe we should make some polls. We'll see. We'll check into that.
You would be a cheater, Rick.
What? What's cheating about it? That's maximizing potential, right, Dustin? You know? Maximizing YouTube land. Eli and Reed. Notice the T-shirt. That's his law firm.
We are located in Round Rock, Texas, guys, just north of Austin, the Lodge Poker Club. Welcome to our channel, streaming every Wednesday and Saturday, the occasional Monday night stream like tonight. Usually no limit hold'em, but tonight's special for PLO.
Salim with a hand that he could be 3-betting here.
Nick
Especially in
Fermuma.
position.
Yeah,
Blow
I like
June
that
out
hand.
off the button.
Nick, we pay good money for that. If you want to come down here to Round Rock and spin the sign, that would be fantastic.
Yeah, get on I-35 and spin that
No,
sign.
right on the corner. We wouldn't actually put him on the freeway. I mean, come on. We can't put him in danger.
Oh, close enough to throw.
Close, very, just on the edge of danger, but not actually in danger.
6-7-3 is the flop. Not much of anything for anybody, and that's why it goes check to the turn. There's a 4 now.
We got Germany in the building. Not only big in the Netherlands, but big in Germany. India going global tonight. Welcome to the channel, guys. Pot Limit Omaha, Slick Rick the Skull, and Dustin live from the bunker.
Eli taking a stab, getting called by Tyler. Tyler probably has either a backdoor spade draw or a boat draw of some sort, so if they go heads up to the river and nothing changes, Eli could probably win this pot with another bet.
I love that. Nick from Yuma gets extra credit. He says he'll work for Rick's wife's cookies that she made. Remember those, Mikey? The oatmeal scotchies. King of Hearts.
Nobody can forget Raquel's
Nothing
cookies.
changed.
PTS.
So it's up to Eli to continue his story that he has 85 here.
But he does not.
It's a good bet sizing. Gets through Tyler pretty certain here.
He does. Once anybody holds the cards like that, they're going bye-bye. See ya.
Yep. Nice play, Eli.
And now the only person with a real hand, the winning hand, Pot that sends him into the muck, and Eli shows him the bluff again.
Pay him. Pay that man his money.
Well done, sir.
Absolutely.
And if you are in camp, Pot that I am sorry.
There's the cumulative winnings. Eli, he's having a party tonight.
Starting to stack those chips high, 3.4 with bluffs like that on the river. That's how you get it done sometimes in this game. In position, out of position, big bets, repping strong hands. The recipe for success. as we approach 10:35 in the evening, Central Standard Time, live in Round Rock, Texas, just north of Austin. Welcome to the stream, folks. Thank you for hanging around. To our loyal viewers tuning in tonight on the special Monday show. 1-3 on Wednesday, 5-10 uncapped on Saturday. Another special ladies stream next Monday.
Wow, ladies' night again.
Ladies.
I'm surprised June let go of that hand.
Got a little chuckle from the executive producer, Mr. Klaproth. There's a call from Zach. Cobbler Dog goes out.
Jake Stein in the building. Welcome. Had a nice little profitable session on the 1-3 tables.
Oh, I see why June let go of that hand. He saw that Tyler was on the 40 straddle with that shorty stack there. He knew he was going to be ripping it in.
Yep. So there's all in from Tyler. Tyler's having a tough night tonight. Just having a tough night.
He's got a hand to just get it in with the stack size.
Big slick suited.
Sandwich all that limp money.
And Tino looks down at aces. And here comes the flop.
It's all right. Hearts are coming.
Hearts. Tyler needs a heart. Doesn't come there.
Or Jack. Oh, actually,
And
Tino turned diamonds.
Doesn't come. Tino with the diamond flush draw.
Yep.
And Tyler it's just not his night right now.
Tyler is a seasoned veteran, though. Taking this beat like a champion here. We'll rebuy for some more chips. And hopefully he can turn it around and start running good.
Matty J, that's got to be an insult. You're trying to insult Rick and Skull, or the Milli Vanilli of poker commentators? Does that mean we're lip syncing? This is actually our voices.
I think he made a lot of money, right? That must mean
Milli
you're successful.
Milli Vanilli, you know, they were in the 90s. They lip synced. Everybody thought they were singing. They really weren't. You don't even know who Milli Vanilli is.
Bullshitter.
Milli Vanilli. I like
goodness.
vanilla and chocolate. It's the only thing I know.
Sometimes
Black and white
it's hard
ice cream.
to reference life before. When were you born? 1994?
We can't all be neighbors with Fred Flintstone. 1994. I was born in the 80s. Thank you very much.
Well, you should know who Milli Vanilli is. All right.
Please.
Celine with 6-4, 7-9. Not much of anything.
It's not that bad of a hand, actually. That's a 4-card wrap with a gap out top, gap on the bottom. With some card removal, you can play some pretty big pots with it, actually. A lot of people put in a lot of 3-bet, 4-bet pre-flop. You know a lot of the Broadway cards are dead and your cards are very live.
Right.
The gap at the top sucks, and 2 gaps not so great.
Cobbler Dog makes it 80. We haven't seen Cobbler Dog's cards in about a round and a half. I don't know if he's just stopped putting them over his reader, but
he's not a rookie to table 11 here, so he should know that censor well.
We're going to have to talk to him about that.
And you have him on speed dial, so you better give him a little whooping later tonight.
Jack, Queen, 3, 2 hearts. And Tino with top 2. Going to check. Over to the better. Cobbler Dog looks down at his hand. Going to put out 250.
Full-size pot bet. You can tell a lot in Pot Limit Omaha by betting sizes comparative to the pot size.
Tell us more.
A lot of beginners, they only know one bet size, and that's pot.
Right.
And it gives away the strength of their hand a lot. So a lot of times you can get away with betting like 80% pot, and it really disguises your hand against some opponents that only know they bet pot when they have a strong hand, and otherwise they don't have a strong hand.
But in the case of seasoned veterans, how would that? Could you draw anything?
So like, say you flop top set and you could weak lead for like half pot, and somebody intelligent thinking that he's going to be maximizing his fold equity and or charging the draws with top set is going to bet pot, is never going to put you on top set and put you on the draw hand instead. And maybe they'll go with their bottom set or middle set or 2 pair.
Cobbler Dog's going to take that down. Interesting philosophy and thought process there. So much of that, though, is with so much poker strategy, a lot has to do with whether your opponent is actually playing
level 1 or level 2.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, but in this game, everybody's extremely talented in PLO. I don't. There isn't a weak player on this table. So
yeah, there's no soft spots.
So I mean, those kind of plays would probably work on this table rather than a table made up of guys just learning the game. King 9 deuce deuce for Salim. Suited. 293 in the chat. We're coming up on 10:45 Central Time. We're going to go a little longer, it looks like. And for somebody who was only going to stay an hour, Dustin, you've stayed 2 hours and 45 minutes. Feel free we'd love to have you, but if you've got to go somewhere.
I'm good.
All right, good.
I live at night, unfortunately.
All right, good. We're
the
glad
vampire. Yeah, Dustin will be back for our PLO streams. I've already stamped it.
You already booked it?
I've already booked it. I've
bought my ticket?
I've already spoke to the powers that be.
Wonderful.
Queen, Jack.
Sometimes it gets a little tight in the bunker three-way,
Yeah, tripping over each other.
Yes, but we are expanding, so I think there will be room for 3 on the occasional stream.
Believe it or not, Gary, I like you. You come in here every night. You're a viewer. I like you. So that's all I got to say about that. There's a bet, $100 from Tyler. Quick call from Cobbler Dog.
Probably made hearts.
Still haven't seen Cobbler Dog's hands. Cards.
King high hearts, yeah.
And there you go, Tyler. Absolutely. If I truly didn't like somebody, I would never read their comment or respond to them. So there you go. We just have an understanding, Gary. You know what that understanding is. We'll go to the next hand. You're watching Poker Night at the Lodge from Round Rock, Texas on a Monday night special. Little Pot Limit Omaha we decided to throw together.
So, Mikey, you've been playing some Pot Limit as well, learning it. What's the biggest hurdle you would say learning it?
I'd probably say the biggest difference from Hold'em coming into PLO would be the middling type hands that aren't necessarily Hold'em premiums, to get a good grasp on those type of ranges pre-flop, to know how the best way to be playing them. Maybe more aggressive pre, a little bit, kind of hanging around in the weeds to see how you flop. So not recognizing the strength of the middling hands.
Like the Jack 8-7-5 that June just folded.
Correct.
Yeah.
So I'd say that is the biggest hurdle for me. I mean, I'm a pretty established and seasoned poker player. I know the game now. I've played enough PLO to kind of maneuver my ways and not really get touched up too much. Which, the variance so high in this game as opposed to just a 2-card poker. But I can improve on that aspect that I just stated.
What I see for most beginners as the biggest hurdle is hand strength. Not talking about pre-flop like starting hands. I'm talking about actual board texture hand strength. They'll flop like 2 pairs, and in Hold'em that's pretty strong. You should have the best hand most of the time. But in this game, when you flop 2 pair, you most likely have just the second best hand up against somebody that has equity over you but isn't ahead.
I think I have enough discipline and smarts to realize where I'm at in terms of hand strength, and knowing that you really need to really have a much stronger hand as opposed to Hold'em.
Shift it up quite a few rankings.
Yeah.
And things like when the board changes and turns out there's a boat out there, it's not just about having a boat, it's about how strong your boat is, because you might have the overboat, the underboat, and if you're constantly making underboats, you're just going to be, like I said, you're either going to be winning a small pot because nobody had it with you, or you're going to be losing a big pot because somebody had a bigger boat.
And it's so hard to thin the field down in this game as opposed to other games. 'Cause I I like overbetting or making large bets that, you can kind of ISO a person or go heads up or maybe three-way. In this game, you're seeing so many four-way, five-way flops. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't really thin the field pre-flop except for some squeezes, and even then, you run the risk of getting called because they're pot committed with their equity and so forth.
Queen 8-3, 2 spades.
Wrap for pot, that inside wrap. So inside wrap is the 3 cards inside.
Yeah. 250 by Eli and Esquire.
Inside wrap is actually the smallest wrap you can have. It's a 9-card wrap, and it's actually tainted here if somebody has a spade draw. So that 9-card wrap turns into a 6-card wrap real quick if somebody has a flush draw.
287 in the live chat. Thank you. Like I said, folks, lots happening in the next 30 to 40 days. Lots of famous people going to be right here at the lodge. Come on and join us on any of those nights. I bet those vloggers would love to see their fans. If you are fans of their vlogs, I'm sure they'd love to shake your hand and hear that you like watching their stuff. So,
yeah, and the room's been packed lately. Whenever we've had a stream going on the Wednesdays and Saturday nights, almost at capacity. But come on in here, and if you want to try and get on the screen on the stream, you let me know. Make yourself known when you come in here. Ask for a Slick Rick or the Skull.
Yeah.
And we'll try and get you on. We always need some alternates. People get touched up and eliminated, just as we've seen tonight. And you never know when you might get the call from the bullpen to come to table 11.
Under the lights.
There you go. Under the lights, indeed.
Cobbler dog raising with the aces to 75, single suit.
There's a comment that you can address, Dustin. PLO is a lot more luck than it's not. What would you say to that?
Well, the variance is much higher, meaning it actually depends on when you get the money in. If you're constantly getting the money in pre-flop, it's just super high variance. It's
and Bingo
flipping.
was his name.
Yeah. But PLO actually affords allowing you to get your opponent's money in, drawing almost dead on turns and rivers. It's more of a turn and river game than a pot and then a pre-flop and flop game like Hold'em is.
Jack 5-3. You see the flush for Tino.
Now Cobbler with the nut blocker, though, holding the ace of clubs.
Yeah. 325.
See, this is a spot where Cobbler Dog could make a case for running a bluff.
Right, with the ace of clubs.
The dry ace.
He did check call there, right?
How much does
Now
he have
he's going
behind?
to continue.
15?
Now he's going to lead out.
Whew.
And he is doing that.
Using that dry ace to his advantage. And let's see if Tino...
These two have a lot of experience with each other.
He's no novice, though. He has experience with people making dry ace bluffs on him. Yep.
He's going to raise him.
That was a quick rip, and that's basically committing himself. Shows the blocker and folds
dry
it.
ace.
I am surprised he rips it. I understand why he rips it there because he doesn't want a boat draw or so forth, but the most likely hand seemed to be a bluff there.
And Tino sniffed that one out, so well played there, Tino. And that will spike him into the green.
Steven says good night and says safe travels to his only son.
See you later, Steve. I'll give you a buzz later on.
Cumulative winnings, Eli, up top. And you see Tino, who was down most of the night at the bottom, is now in the positive territory. June up about 1,400 more than it's showing because he did win those.
Yeah, a couple people have added on some money too. So the cumulative winnings a little off tonight. Is our first PLO stream, so we'll work on that to try and get a little bit more accurate. But the action still, regardless, has been fantastic. Pretty successful night so far. Lady alert for Pot that.
Eli crushing it for 700 bigs already.
And we got probably about 30 minutes, a little under 30 minutes left. We're going to go a little overtime for you because it's almost 10 till 11, so we got another.
Yeah, we promised if we hit that like marker that we would do a little extra. We are true to our word on the stream. 171 likes so far. Do us a favor. Whoever has not hit that like button, do so now. Let's just top it off nice. Maybe get to 200. Little cherry on top as we continue on here at overtime. The main game, table 11.
$40 has been called. Looks like we're going to go 5 ways to the flop. Ace 5-8, rainbow.
Tino top
two
and bottom.
pair, yeah. Two pair for Tino.
Trying to increase our player pool as well for Pot Limit Omaha. So you see the scroll on the bottom of the screen. Shoot me an email at skullmikepoker.com or message me on Instagram if you want to get in our next PLO stream. You know the drill.
Not flush draw for Tino.
Yeah, I was about to mention that backdoor flush draw. You really got to pay attention to backdoor draws in Pot Limit.
Should always pay attention to the back door. You never know what might creep up in there.
Yeah, but just in Pot Limit, because there's a lot more positions that you can float.
There's the diamond. Oh, my goodness, Mikey.
Jackpot.
Between the back door and ladies on their back, I just don't. Sometimes, Mikey.
You know how I do it, Ring.
There's the pot. Will go to Zach. Gives a nice little tip to Nick. Nick's been doing a fine job, and his tips look pretty good tonight, so he's done a good job.
Come on down to Texas. You know where the airport is. The Lodge Poker Club located in Austin, just a little north of Austin in Round Rock, and this card club is open 24/7. So if you are in the country and your poker room or casino is closed, or you are playing with dividers, that is not the case here. We are playing under the law here. Everything what we're doing here is legal. We're keeping our masks on for extra safety and security, but anybody is welcome here at the Lodge. So come on down and give us a look.
Also players, everybody gets their temperatures checked. We have hand sanitizers throughout the room, so we're being as safe as possible.
Every time we break down a table, we clean the table, sanitize it.
Yeah. Eli will fold. Eli is building a mountain of chips. I love when you get those double and triple stacks of greens.
That's happened to you before. I've never seen you with a stack that high.
Once it happened.
Once? Was that like 1947?
No, it's happened a couple times.
Tyler with a 3-bet with Jack, 8-5 single suit.
A little aggressive. He said
yeah, it's
you
a
were
bit
talking
aggressive.
earlier.
I don't like that. I think
because you really only have the jacks and not much else to really work with.
Yeah, I'd rather just set mine for 20.
Wow, that's from out of the past. Hilda Brown. I know that's not your real name, but I do miss those games, the 10-20 limit game over at Big Jeff's house. Here comes a big bet.
Very nice hand by Potbetch. Double suited ace-king with the 3 card to the Broadway, even the 10-7 for 8-9-6 straight. And his suits are good because they're to the 2 top cards in his hand.
Barry, we're going another 20 minutes, 25 minutes, somewhere in that area. So big bet.
Yeah, this is a squeeze all day with Potbetch's hand.
PTS with his big slick.
This is why I like his 3-bet, because now he's kind of committed. He's sticking in half his stack, trying to set mine for the most part.
Zach with the ladies, big slick for Cobbler, big slick for PTS.
His flush is covered.
Salim with the mystery hand here. This pot is building already 1-3 in the skillet, and Salim going nowhere. He says, let's party, let's dance. This is the 3rd period late. We're in overtime. Here we go.
What is Salim holding?
Mystery hand for Salim.
I'm curious, Salim. I like your position.
Cobbler Dog comes along.
Doesn't look like there's much money to be played behind, though. Looks like maybe 200 for Potbetch and about 400 for Tyler to play effectively against Salim. So
look at that skillet. 2,100 in the skillet. 4 players, ace 9-6.
Boom, Potbetch just smashes that flop.
Nut flush draw. Quick call from PTS.
Cobbler actually ahead, though, with the top and bottom. But he is not out of the woods because he is up against some flush draws. A gutter to the 8.
Tyler committed is going to go with it with his hearts. His hearts are dominated.
Well, he does have the gutter. He does have the hearts. He can't know his hearts are dominated, but that's what happens when you play smaller draws in this game is you're dominated more often.
Let's go one time for Tyler here. Rooting for Tyler to win this one. He's been getting roughed up.
A 7 or a jack.
Still plenty of action to go.
One of the jacks is a heart, too. So, Rebecca, look at the bottom of the stream and send an email to skullmikepoker@gmail.com, and he will work out a way for you to get on this stream. It's right at the bottom scroll. Does a good job of getting back to people, too, even though he's world famous. Huge in the Netherlands.
Like huge.
Germany, India, Canada, Mexico, trying to get to Israel.
And South
I
Austin.
mean, ani medaber ivrit, so shout out to all my Israelis.
Very nice. We got a side pot going on. Look at this pot right now, guys.
Getting a peek at Salim's hand. I see a 5 of diamonds.
Queen of diamonds. So right now, 5 of clubs. Cobbler dog. We don't know what Salim has.
Holds unless Salim made a straight, which seems unlikely.
Aces and sixes,
He
the
hasn't
winning
rolled it
hand
over yet.
here. Salim on his
5,
feet.
9, jack, something.
Nice little pot here, 3K. Is this going to the dog?
Yep.
Cobbler dog with ace-6 is going to get a huge pot. I don't think he was in for the side pot, though.
Salim had a nice hand pre.
Salim's going to win the side pot, which was
9s and 5s.
probably about $900. But the big pot, $2,100, goes to Cobbler dog.
Nice little pot there for the dog.
The great thing about this game, it just takes one pot and then you're back in it.
Yep.
Or it could take a couple pots and you could be crushed finding
you could
yourself
be-
in the gutter on the side of I-35, exit 251.
Well, if you set yourself up for that, I'm sorry, you played it wrong from the beginning.
Wow.
Ooh. People get stacked.
Yeah, but if that's your only stack, you shouldn't have been here.
Got to come here with multiple bullets. You never know what could take place here on table 11. Plenty of action.
There are two
Chips being exchanged.
two ATM machines here
They-
at the lodge.
yeah.
One gives out just hundreds. The other gives out 20s.
They don't call it Rick's ATM for nothing.
It's a slot machine. I put my card in, get money out.
Yeah,
I mean, come on.
We already had the ceremony. You cut the scissors, you cut the tape because you're almost at that ATM on a daily basis.
Yeah.
So come on by Rick's ATM right here live at the lodge. Shoots out money, then bring it to table 11. Don't bring it to the bunker because you might never find your way back out from the bunker.
No, that's all right, Tino. We don't want to see that piece of cheese. There we go.
Ethan, can I get a fill when you get a second?
Tyler folds. Celine will come along.
Nice hand for him.
June with little Drek there, 8-6-3 deuce. Cobbler, who just won a huge pot, will come along, as does PTS. Back over to Eli, and we'll go to a flop. As opposed to a flop being $2,100, this one's $100.
Cobbler dog dominating pot that hand.
Queen 7 deuce. Diamonds. Diamond draw for Salim.
Salim also with the ace queen. Not much of anything
No.
for the others.
Before Salim makes a bet, Zach folds. Cobbler does, and there we go.
Sometimes all it takes is a flush draw.
Can't get it all in every hand in this game.
All right, Hilda Brown, tell me who you are. Now you know where my fraternity house was. You knew where I played.
We have a troll in the booth.
Hilda Brown, 2501 Leon, home of the Sigma Alpha Mu fraternity, University of Texas. Then you mentioned a game I used to play in 20 years ago.
Come on, don't bullshitter.
Who are you, Hilda Brown? 267 in the chat. 11 o'clock, this is when we normally end. We are officially in overtime.
That's just a shout out to Hilda.
Bill on 11.
Yes, Nick from Yuma. Let it out. Who is knows a little bit too much about Slick Rick.
Yeah.
Cobble Dog comes along in a small blind. Oh, Eli folded before PTS could get his bet in. Actually, he probably said raise, and that's when Eli folded. 130 is the bet.
189 likes. Let's get to 200 people. Top us off with the cherry. Almost there in overtime, about 15 to 20 minutes left of the stream. Let's get to 200 people. If you have not smashed that like button, do so now, right now.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Nick will give us a flop here. 550 in the skillet, 8-10 deuce. Club draw for Zach.
Bottom set for Salim.
Bottom set, another little tricky hand in this game. It gets you into some trouble. You might think you're so strong in like a hold'em game, you know, flopping a set, but in this game, not so much, especially with not two clubs to boot in your hand. But Salim is reaching.
And straight draw out there, too. Got to fade a lot and be good in the first place. He even has to fade against top 2 if it's out there.
Yep. And he makes a call. Pot that with a mystery hand, Queen of Diamonds on the turn. So now Jack 9, the effective nuts. And let's play photo. I see a Jack in his hand. So I imagine Jack 9 is in play here for Pot that.
Yep.
It is.
He flopped top pair with a wrap.
Pay
that
him.
1-9 does not work
Pay
for
that man
Salim.
his money.
Unfortunate there for Salim.
It's all there, black and white, clear as crystal. You get nothing.
Not a big
You
fan of those
lose.
small pairs in your hand.
Good day, sir.
Like there, you have to flop a set and be good by the river.
Yep,
and have gotten action.
Get you in trouble.
Yep.
This looks like just a 3-hoodie night, Mike. This is one of those.
It's the PLO
nights.
group, you know. They like to just get out there. They don't like to hide. They
They're
get
a bit
right out there.
warm-blooded.
Eli and Reed had to show off a little bit there. Personal injury and associates. 197 likes. We are 3 away, people. Do us a favor. Let's get to 200. I want to feel all nice and giggly when I get home. I don't want to be upset. Help us out. 3 more likes. Overtime, 11:05. Could be a couple more hoodies once we get that merch, Rick. Once we get that merch going, I think we might have a 7-8 hoodie, table going on here with all that merch going down.
That would be a beautiful thing. King 9-5.
Little racehorse action.
Little racehorse.
Everybody puts 100 in
got
there.
Spades probably got this one.
I don't see any spades yet. Everybody
let's go.
Playing a little fun here. Salim, I don't think, has looked at the card yet.
That looks like spades from Eli right there. 10-7. Spades.
Salim is playing a little slow roll action here. Needs some spades.
Needs a 9 or a king. 9 or a king. Nope.
And Eli looks like he's going to take down the racehorse. Every 3 orbits, they all put $100 in the middle and then just go to a racehorse.
It's my favorite part of this game.
Just get lucky, baby.
Would you do around a racehorse?
Would I?
Yeah.
202 likes, so thank you everybody for helping us get to that marker. Well done tonight on our initial PLO stream. Took a little while, but we are here, folks. Likely we'll do this at least once a month. If you want to get in on the future games, shoot me an email at the bottom of the screen, skullmikepoker@gmail.com, and you can mix it up with these fine gentlemen on our next stream. But you know where to find us on Wednesdays and Saturdays for that no-limit hold'em.
Nice hand for June here. Kings and 7s, 1 suit.
Yeah, what do you think about double pair hands? Let's say you get like a hand like 3s and 8s. Not great.
So strong. Yeah, that came up earlier when somebody had 3s and 5s, and you get flop bottom set most of the time. But like kings in the middle, that's good. I mean,
100 from June.
Especially
as he
with
looks
this,
down at his phone.
Especially with the suited king too. Helps out when you flop flushes.
Yes, Sharam, this is in Texas. Call from Eli and Tino. Tyler will fold.
9s are kind of the cutoff of my pairs that I like pre-flop. 8s and below is
Say that again? 9s and what?
9s are kind of the cutoff. 8s if you're in position in certain games if it has some sort of connection to it.
3, 4, 6. We can see everybody's cards for this hand.
Because Cobbler's not in the hand, of course.
6. There's another 6. So we got kings and 6s are
with the 7 blockers. So
Yeah.
he does block the nut straight. So he could be taking it down here. Turn pairing helps his hand. Just counterfeited 43.
makes it 200. Put some pressure on. Quick call from Eli.
Doesn't want to give any free cards to any random gutter or pocket 9s that could river a 2-outer.
So June is going to win as long as he stays in.
It's probably going to go check. Hard to get value here. Unless he thinks he has to bluff at it.
He's just going to check it down, and he's going to win the pot. June is going to win a nice little $800 pot. Coming down to probably the last 15, 20 minutes. I want to thank everybody once again for joining us. Don't forget, Wednesday night, tune in 8 o'clock. 1-3, $1,000 cat, no limit hold'em. Then Saturday, 5-10 uncapped with Mariano coming in town. This Wednesday is Next Gen Poker. Then Monday night, ladies' night, next Saturday. The following Saturday, it's just too much, Mikey. We're bringing it strong.
It's becoming a thing.
It is. The article, if you haven't seen it yet, go to Poker News Daily. Check out the article that was written about this show and the lodge itself. This time last week. No, I think it was actually on a Wednesday it came out.
Wednesday.
No, Thursday. Thursday after the
morning,
stream. Yeah.
Thursday a.m. around 8 a.m.
So just a few days old. It was a great article, and it mentioned the live chat, the community. It mentioned the dealers and the staff here at the lodge, and it mentioned me and you, Mikey, in a good way. $100 is the bet raised from Celine.
Can't thank Earl enough for that article. A great poker author who's been around the poker world for many years, a very knowledgeable gentleman.
Josh, how did you find us tonight, if this is the first time you've seen us?
Yeah, we appreciate that, Josh. All those likes, that's how you find new people, Rick. You get those likes, you have people like Josh popping into the chat. Welcome, Josh. Thank you for joining us tonight. Every Wednesday and Saturday with the occasional Monday. Subscribe to the channel and come on back and join us. You'll like what you see. I guarantee it.
Another heart. We got a lot of mystery hands, and Eli's going to take a stab at it. Betting $500 into a $500 pot.
We went 5 ways for 100, yeah. Nobody else showed initiative for this, so I imagine betting first position here, though. He does have hearts or the nut blocker of some sort.
He's going to win a little pot there.
He's going to show middle hearts or nut hearts. Yeah.
Or nut. Yep. Nutty Buddy.
Nutty McGetty or just Seti McGetty?
Seti McGetty, Nutty Buddy.
Nutter Butters?
Nutty Buddy.
How about just ship it? Pay that man.
Pay him. Pay that man his money.
Got a lot of cash games going on right now. Got a 1-3 table. We got several 1-2 tables. We got a Big O tournament going on, and this game under the lights.
Baylor just making the Final Four here with the defeat versus Arkansas. If you are a basketball fan, you know Nick from Yuma is a multitasking machine. He can do 7, 8, 9 things at once.
Congratulations.
But we got a couple things on here in the bunker tonight. We can multitask ourselves. Slick Rick the Skull and our special guest Dustin doing a great job tonight as we come down the stretch. And down the stretch we come here in overtime. Last couple hands here tonight.
Mark Menzinger, the great game of PLO. Yes, it is. We're trying it out. Think we've enjoyed it.
What's
It's
going?
the best game out there right now.
What's going on, Earl? Mark, thanks for joining us late. Again, you can watch all our previous streams on our YouTube page. We've had plenty of games with lots of action and some entertaining characters. Some of our videos get about 15K views by the morning. So go back and check our previous streams and you'll be entertained.
Queen Jack 5, 2 hearts. We
What
got
a
the nut
flop.
flush draw for Tino.
with the Broadway wrap. That's like the perfect flop you want to see.
Royal flush draw.
Yep. Unfortunately, again, he does have the king high or king heart as well. You'd rather somebody else have a king high flush draw.
Yes, good point.
Oh, yeah,
because
they want to get sucked in right there, Dustin.
If you make the flush, though, that means they're eating up your hearts otherwise.
Very good point.
Tyler has a hand to get it in with.
Poor Tyler.
June, yep. June with only good 2-pair, 3-pair.
We did do a Big O stream earlier a few months ago, but we're probably not going to do that any longer. It's going to either be PLO or Hold'em. But we have done it before.
Yeah, Big O's not good for TV.
No.
Great game, but just not good for TV.
Yeah. Looks like we're going to go. We've got a little side pot going.
Turn's crucial here.
There's the jack, so.
June just locked it up.
June with the boat. Well,
there is the royal draw out there
but
still.
it must not be because
And
the
maybe it's
jack
dead.
of hearts may be out.
Well, the 10 of hearts.
Got to bet now if you're June, cannot disguise his
Yeah, the
hand
10 of
any
hearts.
longer. Trying to think about a perfect bet size here. What would you kind of go with here, Dustin? 685?
No, 685. You're not gonna bet.
No,
full amount.
no.
You want
yeah,
maybe like 200 to 300.
685 at the pot.
Yeah.
I was going to say about 375.
You want to get called off.
Yes.
And there's not much that can call you. Even a small bet like $100. If you want to get paid $100 when he's never calling.
Yeah.
Problem is there's a small all-in, so he knows he's going to see the hand. He's not going to get so curious.
Poor Tyler.
Yeah, Tyler's had a tough night tonight.
Yeah, just running into it. Second best, third best. He's had some hands to go with, but just can't get anything working here. Eli playing well. Cobbler Dog, June, Chino. Salim's had a couple of hits. I know the graphics, the numbers a little off tonight. Our players have won some money.
We don't even see Tyler on there.
Yeah.
There's the VPIP stats, and I think this might do it with the stats. And Dustin will go first for you. What were your thoughts on joining us tonight?
Very fun. Enjoyable. Thank you so much.
You got a lot of rave reviews. You will be back. Skull Mike, your thoughts on tonight?
Yeah, pretty exciting stream. A special Monday edition. Pot Limit Omaha. I think we've had enough action to do this again. Hopefully we can increase the player pool. If you want to play, shoot me an email, guys. On the bottom of the screen, you see the scroll. Get at me. I will find a seat for you. And then tune in on Wednesday. Hopefully I can come back for that stream. It's going to be very tight on my schedule, but you know I haven't missed a stream yet, so if I can be here, I will, Rick, but take it away.
For Dave Klaproth, the executive producer, for our special guest tonight, Dustin the dealer, for my partner in crime, Mike the Skull Reisman, this is Rick Epstein. We will see you Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Central Time on Poker Night at the Lodge.